Good evening, and welcome to Big Z Sports' presentation of high school football playoffs. Tonight, DAC Vitamins and Minerals, the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency, Novellus, and TMK Valley Propane presents the Indian Valley Braves versus the Cincinnati Taft Senators in this Division IV state semifinal at the historic Crew Stadium in Columbus. Tonight's game is also brought to you by the First National Bank of Denison, WM Commercial Roofing, Wood Electric, and Keim Home Center. Now let's head to the Hartzler Quality Housing Mobile Studio for the best coverage of high school football with Big Z Sports.
Superstitious, and I've been wearing pants the last couple of weeks, so I figured I better just go ahead and wear my pants.
Yeah, and it's going to be one heck of a showdown without a doubt, because we know for a fact that not only is the history side of this obviously the first Final Four for the Indian Valley Braves, first Final Four for the Taft Senators as well, and I know how much that both of these teams want to go back home with a chance to play for a state title. So you've got a tale of two teams here that are really, looking to do something they've never done before. They have never been in this situation before. You would never really guess it, though, judging by looking at both of these sides, though. They both look focused and fired up.
Yeah, I mean, both of them come out on the field. They were ready to go as soon as they was allowed out here getting warmed up, and we could see the teams down there on the field right now getting ready for the coin toss. And like you said, it's two vastly different programs, but both of them have the same goal, and that's to get to Canton next week, and we're in for an exciting game tonight.
We're live out of the Wood Electric pregame show from the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio. On the way, Division IV state semifinal action. The Indian Valley Braves, the champions out of Region 15 in Division IV. The Taft Senators, champions out of Region 16 in Division IV. This promises to be a classic showdown that people are going to talk about for years. And what a venue it's at, in historic Crew Stadium. This is something I've never experienced before, football in a soccer stadium.
Yeah, and I kind of wondered about it. I looked it up on the on Google Maps and this and that, but it don't do it justice until you get here. Mm-hmm. I mean, absolutely beautiful facility here, and the bleachers are right on top of the field. So the fans will be a little bit closer than they normally are, and it's exciting to be here to see a football game.
Yeah, and what's going to be interesting is that you and I are in nice, warm, nice conditions here up at a beautiful press box. We thank everyone here at Crew Stadium for the hospitality. Somebody who's not going to be quite as warm, because he's doing the hard job, in my opinion, down there on the sideline, will be Tim Plants tonight, as Tim is doing our sideline work. And Tim, I got to ask, it's cold, I know that, but I know you're super excited to be here. What an atmosphere this is.
Oh, it's great. I mean, it's loud down here already. After the coin toss, both teams are ready to go. The fans are ready to go. I've heard a lot of screaming. So it's just an atmosphere like no other. I mean, you're in the state semifinals. The kids are giving it all they got on every single play. The fans are pumped. It's just an electric atmosphere.
It certainly is an electric atmosphere. And, we talked with head coach Matt Lancaster pregame. You'll be hearing from him shortly here when we do our coach interviews. But, a very focused Coach Lancaster. Not a whole bunch of smiles, all business out of him.
Yeah, Coach Lank definitely. I mean, he's someone who, when he needs to turn on the intensity, he'll turn it on. He always has a good time. I got to joke with him a little bit after the game last week off the air, but when it's time to turn on the intensity and be business, he's all about the business.
Certainly is. We'll check down in with Tim all night long, brought to you by Hampshire Insurance. Speaking of all night long, somebody's very happy up here before we get this game started, not just for the Division IV state semifinal. Swedish Fish have now been acquired by Shannon Thomas, so I know he's in a good mood.
Hey, listen, when you can go Swedish fishing, then you do what you got to do. So if the chewing gets a little bit loud in your ears tonight, I apologize, but I like me some good Swedish fish.
Yeah, blame Shannon. Don't blame me. Well, stay tuned for more of the Wood Electric pregame show. Coming up, we met up with Taft Senators head coach Tyler Williams about his team's historic run and the showdown that's ahead. Later on, we'll talk to head coach Matt Lancaster of the Indian Valley Braves, who his team is also on a historic run. You're locked into the Wood Electric pregame show live from historic Crew Stadium. Big Z Sports. We'll be back right after this.
This is Brian Williams, commercial lender with the First National Bank of Denison. The day you decided to open your business, you planted the seed. As your roots become stronger, the First National Bank of Denison is here to help your business grow. Strong businesses make strong communities, and because we live, work, and raise our families here, your business benefits us all. Whether you need more space, equipment, or inventory, come see us today for your next business loan. We are a local bank with local decision makers, and your success is our greatest reward. At the First National Bank of Denison, we have our roots where others have their branches. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
This is RJ Jacobs from DAC Vitamins and Minerals. Did you know that DAC Vitamins and Minerals has more than 40 proven equine supplements that include daily multivitamins, joint, digestion, reproduction and fertility, calming, and many other specialty products? DAC also carries a complete line of livestock products called DAC Show Contender. Feed DAC Vitamins and Minerals to get the competitive edge in the show pen. We've been feeding champions since 1983.
I'm Zach Motice with the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. For all your auto, home, farm, and business insurance needs, contact our team at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency or stop in and see us at one of our 3 locations in downtown New Philadelphia, Sugar Creek, or in Strasburg, providing excellent service to the Tuscarawas Valley since 1885. Everyone here at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency would like to wish all area athletes good luck this season.
Novelis, the world leader in aluminum rolling and recycling, is searching for you. Current openings include continuous improvement specialist, mechanical engineers, automation engineers, electrical engineers, electricians, mechanics, and maintenance workers. Novelis offers industry-leading pay and benefits. To learn more, go to novelis.com/careers and search for Uriksville. That's novelis.com/careers and search for Uriksville.
TMK Valley Propane is embracing remote tank monitors. Are you tired of going outside to check your propane tank or forget to order your propane on time? TMK Valley Propane now provides reliable remote tank monitoring technology. Let TMK Valley Propane take the worry away, provide timely delivery, and never run out of propane again. Thank you for your trust in TMK Valley Propane.
All the way with TMK, service with a personal touch.
This is Jordan Hartzler. At Hartzler's Quality Housing, our goal is to help customers achieve the dream of home ownership. We have been a family-owned, affordable housing business for over 40 years. We value our customers and have the knowledge and experience to help you walk through the home buying process from start to finish.
Conveniently located just off I-77 in New Philadelphia, stop by and browse their model homes or learn more by visiting Hartzlers.com.
Are you neglecting your building's 5th wall? Did you know something as simple as a clogged drain can lead to a destructive roof leak? Protect your business assets with WM Commercial Roofing's Umbrella Care program. This program will provide you with regular maintenance surveys and repairs to extend the life of your roof. Invest in your business with our top quality materials, advanced techniques, and skilled craftsmanship. Are you ready for a reliable partnership? Visit our website, wmcommercialroofing.com, and follow us on Facebook and Instagram to learn more.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
Welcome back into your Wood Electric pregame show live from Columbus as we've got the Final Four out of Division 4. The Indian Valley Braves meet the Taft Senators out of Cincinnati. We'll go down on the sideline with the coach, brought to you by Stalker Concrete. It's head coach Tyler Williams for those Taft Senators. Coach, first and foremost, congratulations on a phenomenal season. First trip to the Final Four for the Senators. I know it had to be such elation when you guys got that win.
Yes, it was great, and I appreciate you. This is a blessing being here. Our guys have worked so hard. We're excited to get going, and we can't wait.
Now, run me back through how this season has gone. As we just talked before we started here, your 4th year with Taft, first ever regional championship. How did you guys get here? What has been the thing that's been working the most?
So our offense has been clicking, defense has been playing lights out, and then special teams has improved a lot from the past 3 years. We got a great kicker, we got a great punter, and these guys fly around, and they got each other's back, and that's huge with making it this far, holding each other accountable for all small things, and just playing hard, playing through adversity.
And that was what I definitely wanted to ask you about when we got to see some of your guys' film against previous teams. Unbelievable speed that you have pretty much at every position. I got to ask you, though, about your quarterback. Yes. Whether it's throwing down the field or making everybody miss, he just has something special. Yes,
he's a special kid, and he's been special like that since middle school. And just to see him already performing like that as a sophomore, he's a showstopper. He's definitely a showstopper, and it's exciting to coach him and watch him play at the same time.
Now, looking across the field, who you guys take on tonight in the Indian Valley Braves, much more of a hard-nosed style, running up the middle, more of that pound it right at you kind of offense. What have you guys done in practice maybe to try to simulate that or prepare for that?
We just make sure you got to get that ball carrier down. We haven't changed our game plan too much. He's a great running back. They have a great scheme, but for our kids, we put our scheme together, and at the end of the day, you have to tackle him. If you're not tackling him, he's going to do what he does, and he's a great run. He's one of the best running backs in the state, so you got to bring him down. You got to do gang tackles, and you got to hit him.
Well, what will help you guys out with that? You have one heck of a defensive line, or defensive lineman too. I understand going to Wisconsin. When you have guys like that, I know it's a team sport, obviously, but when you have leaders at certain positions or position groups, how much does that help at the end of the day?
It helps a lot because it takes a lot off your linebackers. It lets your linebackers kind of flow around and be themselves and just fly around and hit people. And that's what helped us this year. Is people who have to double team him, triple team him, and then we got 3 other D linemen that has over 10 sacks too, so I don't think you can double team the whole D line. So it's pretty fun watching these guys continue to build this relationship and come together more the further we go.
And finally for you, Coach, biggest key when it comes to taking on the Indian Valley Braves this evening and getting a win and going to your first ever state championship.
Yeah, so we'll have to eliminate penalties, eliminate turnovers, and we got to score when we need to score, and we got to get stops when we need to get stops.
Simple as that, Coach. Well, thank you so much for your time. Good luck to the Senators.
Thank you so much.
Head coach Tyler Williams for the Taft Senators, brought to you by Stalker Concrete. Stick around. We'll hear from head coach Matt Lancaster of the Indian Valley Braves right after this on the Wood Electric pregame show.
In the rolling hills of Holmes County, we tend to do things a bit differently. At Kime, we're in the business of uncommon experiences, and we're here to care for your project like we care for our own. We believe that quality matters and want to help you get it right the first time, because your project deserves it. So visit Kime Home Center, your source and destination for all things home, building, and woodworking. Kime, built on trust since 1911.
When you think pizza, think Amici's Pizza, with locations in West Lafayette and Canadian-Hutton. Amici's Pizza offers you your favorite traditional pizzas, as well as specialty pizzas, subs, wings, and salads. Everything from the dough to the sauce is made fresh daily. There's just something different about a pizza from Amici's. Try one today in West Lafayette or Canadian-Hutton. Big city taste for a small city price. Learn more. Find Amici's on Facebook.
Lutz Body and Paint, located at 7573 Wolf's Crossing Road in Canadian-Hutton, is there for you when a never-planned auto collision repair is needed. Lutz Body and Paint performs the auto body and painting services needed to get your vehicle back to looking showroom new in a timely manner at a reasonable price and provides free estimates. Lutz Body and Paint is a proud supporter of the Indian Valley School District and wishes best of luck to the Braves athletes participating in tonight's game.
Planning your next vacation or home improvement project and worried about managing expenses? CSB can help with that. Setting a goal is the first step to achieving your vision, and CSB's Money Manager tool helps you get started. Whether you are recovering from Christmas spending or preparing to send kids to college, the Personal Financial Management tool helps you set goals, track your spending, and monitor your progress. Money Manager is available within CSB's online banking. Check it out today. The Commercial and Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Kinsey Excavating and Trucking is a family-owned and operated business in New Philadelphia. KET is a general contractor. They provide services to commercial and municipal clients. They employ local union operators and laborers. KET is dedicated to providing outstanding work using the latest technology and employing local individuals to positively impact Tuscarawas County and the surrounding area. Kinsey Excavating and Trucking proudly supports the Indian Valley Local School District and wishes all area athletes, musicians, artists, and students a successful season.
Lock 15 Coffee and Crafted Cocktails, conveniently located on State Route 416 in Tuskegee, provides their customers the relaxed environment of a coffee lounge and have all the drink options for it. Lock 15 offers a drink menu full of hot and iced drink choices along with all the syrups to customize your drink the way you want. Lock 15 is open Monday through Thursday, 7 to 3, Fridays 7 to 5, and Saturdays 9 to 3. See all Lock 15 Coffee and Crafted Cocktails offers, including their expanding food menu, by finding them on Facebook.
USP Sandblasting and Painting specializes in sandblasting, painting, high-quality graphics, decals, banners, and signs. Whether you have a one-time job or a company that needs multiple graphics, USP provides their design services to create the attention-grabbing designs tailored to fit your needs. For 38 years, USP has provided their customers with high-quality sandblasting and painting services. To hear all USP Sandblasting and Painting has to offer, call 740-254-9061.
The Tuskegee Deli not only provides you all the options you need for your day-to-day meals, but also has just what you need for your holiday gatherings. The deli offers the lowest prices around on their meat and cheese trays, along with trail and cheese and cookie trays. If you are looking for the perfect gift for someone or your staff, the Tuskegee Deli also has great prices on their gift boxes. To see all the Tuskegee Deli offers, you can find them on Facebook.
Welcome back into your Wood Electric pregame show live from historic Crew Stadium in Columbus. The state Final Four is here for Division 4. The Indian Valley Braves take on the Taft Senators out of Cincinnati. It is time to go down with the coach, brought to you by Stalker Concrete. And it's Indian Valley Braves head coach Matt Lancaster. Coach, first and foremost, what an incredible night you guys had last Friday. I know how emotional of a game that was for you guys to get past that regional championship part. How long did the celebration last, though?
I mean, we let it go for the next day. You know, we were still, the crowd showed up at Janayton that night in the stadium, and there was a whole lot of people there. The welcoming we got back into town was tremendous, and it's been a long time coming. We've been pushing to break through and get that regional championship, so it felt really good to do that. Now we're ready to go on and keep reaching higher.
Yeah, you guys, it was something we asked you, I think, last Friday, but you had talked about the goal was having a practice on Thanksgiving morning. You guys got to have that. How special of a moment was that for the community and for the team?
It was great. A lot of former players came out. A lot of guys that I haven't seen in some years, and it was a good time to fellowship and hang out with our current players and catch up with the coaches. And a lot of the community came out and enjoyed practice. It was a cold, blistery Thanksgiving morning, but the rain held off, so it was nice seeing everybody out there. Our booster club did some nice things with hot chocolate and coffee, and we had a really good practice, which is the main point of it. Our kids had a really good practice. They were a really good week of practice too.
Now, moving past that, I know that's hard to do. A regional championship is such a great accomplishment, but I know you guys do not want to be done with that. You come into your first ever Final Four matchup against a team that's also in their first Final Four matchup. When it comes to Taft, it's a tale of two sides, really, because of how they like to use their speed and spread out the ball. What have you guys been seeing from them on tape?
Big, athletic, fast. They're going to be more athletic and faster than us and bigger at pretty much every position across the board. But they got a lot of athletes, a lot of speed. Their defense is really fast and really good. So we're going to have to finish drives and get our ground game moved. If we can't run the ball, we're going to be in for a long night. So they're a very good team with a lot of playmakers on offense too. It'll take us a little while to catch up with their speed because we can't simulate that in practice. But our kids have had a great week of practice. They're determined. And this group just believes in themselves, and that's half the battle.
Now, when you guys were talking about going up against this Taft team, you can find things on social media about, Division I commits, Division I offers. You can see the speed on highlight tapes. What have you guys been talking to them about, They've done the same thing as you guys have to get here, so how have you kept that focus?
Those things are just numbers on a page, You got to do it on the football field, and our kids have done it this year with teamwork, with being assignment sound, with playing, with max effort and with toughness. And so that's what we got to stick true to our core tenets and keep doing what's got us here, and that's those very things: doing your job, doing as hard as you possibly can, being the tougher, and winning those one-on-one battles.
Now, you said about running the ball. We knew that was going to be an MO. That's no surprise when it comes to Indian Valley football. Grady Kinsey, your junior running back, recently being named as a finalist to Mr. Ohio. I know that has to be such a cool feeling for him, but I'm having a guess that if we talked to Grady, he would give all the credit to his offensive line, and he would say, well, the job's not done yet, so he's not focused on that.
Yeah, he's such a great kid, such a great young man, and besides being a tremendous football player, that's exactly what he'd say. That's because of my offensive line, and because he'd probably even give the coaches some credit, and Riker, and then he'd spread it even out a little bit further than that. So, but it is a nice testament to all the hard work that he's put in.
And finally, for you, Coach, biggest key to pick up a victory over Taft and move on to a state championship?
Make them drive the length of the field. Make them sustain long drives and finish those drives. Bend, don't break on defense. And taking care of the football offensively. Their defense thrives on getting turnovers. They're fast. They fly the football. We got to take care of the football ourselves.
Thank you so much for your time, Coach. Good luck to the Braves.
Thanks, Nick.
Head coach Matt Lancaster for the Indian Valley Braves, brought to you by Stalker Concrete. Stay tuned. We'll wrap up your Wood Electric pregame show here shortly and get you to the night's kickoff. The Final Four is here in Z Country.
At First Federal Community Bank, investing in our community isn't just a slogan. It's how we do business each and every day. I'm Corey Parker, mobile mortgage lender, and our goal is to empower your financial well-being and build a lasting relationship with you, your family, and your business. We're here to assist you every step of the way, from checking and savings accounts to mortgages and commercial loans. First Federal Community Bank, serving your banking needs in Dover, New Philadelphia, Yorksville, Sugar Creek, Berlin, and Mount Hope. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 1810696.
Is there anything better than high school sports? Hi, this is Dan Hosteller of Ferris Chevrolet Buick Toyota. High school sports brings out the best of our high schools and our communities, and the people at Ferris have always been behind the importance of athletics and academics. Just like we believe in the great cars and trucks that we sell and service every day. Like high school sports, we are a great tradition in the area. Ferris on the Wabash, New Philadelphia.
Are you looking to join a team that values excellence and offers top-notch opportunities? Kimball Recycling and Disposal is now hiring. They're seeking best-in-class CDL drivers, skilled mechanics, and other dedicated professionals. Join a company that puts people first and makes a difference in the community every day. With competitive pay, comprehensive benefits, and a supportive work environment, your future starts here. Apply now at KimballCompanies.com and take the next step in your career. That's KimballCompanies.com. Recycling and disposal done right.
Are you ready to give your home a new look? Look no further than Wayne Door, your one-stop shop for all your residential needs. Garage doors, entry doors, windows, and patio doors. Wayne Door has everything you need to upgrade your curb appeal. With 24/7 emergency service, you can trust their technicians to be there when you need them most. Stop by the Dover showroom on State Route 39 or visit WayneDoor.com and let the experts help transform your house into the home of your dreams. Wayne Door, more than just garage doors, from the people you can trust.
The certified public accountants at Niedenthal & Company believe in the value of relationships. Niedenthal & Company has been in business for over 50 years in your community, helping individuals and businesses grow. Niedenthal & Company can help manage and prepare your payroll, plan your estate, and prepare your business and personal income taxes. Stop into the Niedenthal facility on North Wooster Avenue in Dover and become a valued client today.
Is your vehicle banged up? Do you want fast professional service to get back on the road? Impact Collision offers 2 locations, Newcomerstown and Strasburg, to help you out. Whether you need auto glass repair, paintless dent repair, assistance with warranty and insurance, or just need a free estimate, Impact Collision has you covered. So the next time you need a repair, visit Impact Collision online at mpactcollision.com and start your free estimate and learn all about what Impact Collision can do for you.
Let the experts at Bear Carpet One in Sugar Creek help you pick out the right window treatment for you. Bear is now carrying Alta Window Fashions. Their cost-effective, made-in-America blinds and shades come in many styles. Honeycomb, roller shades, wood, faux wood, aluminum, and vertical blinds. Even custom shutters in many fabrics and materials. Alta blinds and shades can be automated through a remote, smartphone, or even voice. Come check out Bear's Alta display. Bear Carpet One, just off Route 39 in the Salzburg Plaza in Sugar Creek.
Cush Financial Group has been proudly serving the community's financial needs for over 35 years. The team at Cush Financial follows an industry-leading service model with a unique approach and fiduciary responsibilities associated with their board-certified financial planner. With over 75 years of combined experience, the advisors at Cush Financial Group are here to help you achieve your financial goals. Contact their office at 330-308-8700 or visit their website at cushfinancial.com to see about scheduling your free consultation today. Securities and investment advisory services offered through Independence Capital Company Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC.
Back live for your Wood Electric pregame show in the Hartzler's Quality Housing mobile studio from historic Crew Stadium. Nick McWilliams, Shannon Thomas, and Tim Plants have your call for tonight as we are just awaiting the arrival of the Indian Valley Braves and the Taft Senators as Indian Valley is making their way out of their locker room. Shannon led, of course, arm in arm, coming through with some of their senior leaders. This is a moment that these kids grew up dreaming of.
Yeah, and as you say, dreaming of, usually when they make the banner for the kids to run through, sometimes you take a little shot at the team you're playing or something like that. But this banner, simple, the cheerleaders made it, just says Team Dream Final Four. So, you know, they're living a dream right now. This team has worked hard along with the teams the last couple of years to get to this position, and they're ready to play some football.
They certainly are ready, and they will be coming through their banner to the admiration of the Indian Valley home crowd. Leading the way, Jackson Bircher, as well as Eric Golder, 2 of the members of this team, 2 of the senior leaders of this team. I think that's been a little bit of a good omen when you get both number 25 and 18 coming through the banner.
Yeah, you know, been 2 outstanding players for Coach Lancaster. I've said it before that Jackson Bircher, he's been a 4-year letter winner for this football team, 4-year starter, and he's done a lot of great things through the years there, and he's pretty excited to be out there. And I talked to Eric Golder a little bit there, you know, just told him good luck tonight and stay focused, and he's excited. He's ready to play some football, you know. So that's what you need out of your senior leaders tonight. They need to be seniors. They need to help keep their teammates out of any situations if things start to get chippy, and just do your job on the field and hopefully come away with a win.
On the other side, the Taft Senators are about to make their entrance as well. Coming out of Cincinnati, just 2 losses on the season. Their first ever regional championship was captured this year, and they're in their first ever Final Four. We'll go down to the sideline quickly with Tim Plants, brought to you by Hampshire Insurance. And Tim, I got to say, the intensity's here already.
Oh, it definitely is. Like I said earlier, it's more and more intense. The fans are pumped up. The players just coming out of the tunnel. Indian Valley has brought an enormous crowd. I'm really impressed with how many people they brought. Taft's got their fans set up. The bands are ready. It's go time.
It is certainly go time, and we are looking forward to bringing you this one live here at 99.9 and at WTUZ.com. Following the competition tonight, we will be posting a replay on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel, thanks to the Claxon Communications crew who are out here braving the cold and bringing you that video coverage afterwards. And I got to say, you know, looking at this from a tail of the tape situation, Shannon, you and I normally in our conversations can kind of get a good idea of how things might go. We don't know exactly how this one could go.
No, it's hard to it's been a hard game to judge. Like we know what Indian Valley has. We know what Indian Valley can bring to the game. But Taft, we don't know much about them. And when you search stuff on them, you think, well, look, this is one way it can go. And then we reread something else. It's like, wow, they can do this now, and then they can do that. But one thing I do know, 2 of the best quarterbacks in the state are both sophomores, and they're on this field tonight.
Yeah, and who he is referring to, of course, for the Indian Valley Braves, as we've been talking about him all season long, Riker Williams, the sophomore quarterback, defensive end, who has been a phenomenal player throughout this entire season. And on top of that, another fantastic player in the sophomore in Monsana Torbert for those Taft Senators. And he is somebody who can sling it deep and somebody who can also hurt you with his legs quite a bit.
Yeah, when I watched his huddle film the other day, to watch him play, you don't ever want to tag somebody, say, hey, to look at, but he looks like a very young Lamar Jackson, the way he just dances around a little bit back there. And like you said, and if the defensive backs break coverage, man, does he have a cannon on him.
Yeah, and you and I didn't even realize because we're in an enclosed press box, we just had our national anthem here. Whoops.
Yeah, I mean, it's sometimes you get the luxuries of being inside the box. We don't have no crowd noise. We don't have nothing. It's a soundproof box, so they snuck the national anthem in on us right there, but Old Glory's blowing in the chilly wind tonight.
Yeah, it is a frozen tundra, and we can actually say that. You and I were down there at field level prior to the game, walking through with the turf. It is a hard playing surface tonight, which is what we expected, not only considering it is turf, but on top of that, it is cold. We've had some snow blowing through the area early on, but that looks like that has moved out of the area. So we've got clear skies as of right now. Indian Valley is kicking off to start off this competition, meaning they'll receive the second half kickoff. Two-man will go back for the Taft Senators. One of those is a guy you're going to have to watch out for, another sophomore. Eddie Holloway wears number 3. And actually, they'll have one lone deep man back here, which we'll have to apologize if we can't quite call out the numbers so well. We're decent ways away, of course, a football field in a soccer stadium, extra width on the sidelines.
Yeah, and it's interesting here is Taft has studied the film of Indian Valley. They know they like to pooch kick it a lot, so they got everybody playing short. So now if you're Coach Lancaster, do you try to go deep and go over their head right here?
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see as the lone deep man back for Taft is at the 15-yard line. Colt James has his hands in the air, and there's the kickoff brought to you by Cartoons of New Philadelphia. We're underway from Columbus. Ball is received at the 31-yard line, breaking left and finding a seam straight up the gut. Down the left numbers, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown as the Taft Senators take the opening kickoff deep and start off this game on fire.
Yeah, and what he did is he caught it over there on the far side. They set up a wall, and he ran all the way across the field. And with his speed, the guy out here on the end didn't contain him in there, forcing wide, and he was able to cut and go straight up the field. So that big special teams play right there.
Something that we talked about was the speed of this Senators team, as I believe that might have been the senior in Javion Jarman, who's the one who took it all the way back to the house. And just like that, Indian Valley starts off on the wrong foot. My goodness, it was one cut and gone.
Yeah, just that little pooch kick right there. The up man got it, like I said, and they knew it. They scouted it. They formed that wall right there coming to the left side, and he stayed behind all his blockers, and it was almost like it was a running play. He had a blocker to come over here and kick the guy out, and like I said, he was gone.
Extra point's going to be upcoming. Indian Valley has their kick defense team out there. Now the kicking team for Taft will trot onto the field. Play clock is already down to 10 seconds, so they're going to have to get set quickly here as the man who'll be kicking it through the uprights. You heard from Coach Tyler Williams in the pregame that they were happy about their kicking game this year, but it looks like they're going to go for 2. They're going to go under center, and somebody might have moved early. We've got some whistles here, and actually it's going to be a delay of game. They did not get it snapped before the play clock hit 0.
Yeah, that's just poor clock management right there. You returned it back, and you had that long reset, and now it looks like they're going to run the kicking team onto the field.
Well, so move Taft back for this extra point. And, in games like this, in a Final Four showdown, that's one of the biggest things you want to talk about are special teams plays. So we'll have to wait and see if that impacts anything as we move forward. As we'll see what Taft does here. They're actually going to spread things out, and they're going to line up their quarterback in Monsana Torbert. He's going to be in the shotgun. Lone running back to his left. 2 wide receivers either side of the formation. Snap goes back. Torbert, straight drop, looks left side, drops it off in the flat, diving towards the pylon and pushing his way in for a 2-point conversion is the receiver for Taft. And looked like hauling that one in might have been Eddie Holloway, the sophomore wide receiver. So Taft starts off with an 8-0 lead. Stick around. Big Z Sports will be back right after this Cush Financial Group timeout.
With Room by Room, new from
the
Carpet
Tusky
One,
Deli
we've
not
made
only
finding the right
provides you all
floors
the
easier
options
than ever. Browse our curated collection of flooring options and shop by color, design, and lifestyle. Our local flooring experts will work with you to make your vision a reality and guide you with knowledge and easy-to-use tools to find the floor that fits your needs. So if you're ready to transform your home with beautiful new floors, scan the code to get started and come see the Room by Room difference for yourself. Exclusively at Carpet One Floor and Home.
Welcome back to the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio. Take the 2 points off the board. There was actually a penalty. Tim Plant saw it. We'll get you more updates from him here shortly. Torbert back to pass, throws it deep left corner, and that's going to sail out of bounds, so the 2-point conversion is no good. We will now go down to Tim. You saw that there was a penalty on the field. Not sure what that call was. It kind of was in back towards the pocket. Maybe a hold?
It was actually an illegal shift on the wide receiver. And the sideline judge on this side for Indian Valley side, he came in running in, and I don't think anybody saw it initially. And then he came running in and spoke to the referee, and they took the 2 points back off the board.
All right, so we'll see how that impacts this game moving forward. Taft off to a blistering pace, 6-0 lead on that kickoff return. That Indian Valley, you know, Shannon, you were talking about maybe kicking it deep because of the way they were lined up. Turns out you didn't want to put it very deep. So I'm sure the Braves from here on out, you're not going to see much more than squib kicks, I would imagine.
Yeah, squib kick, put it on the ground, make them go after it. You didn't get it up high enough for the coverage team to get there. It's either that or kick it deep out of bounds and see if they just opt to take the penalty at the 35.
So now Taft will kick off to the Indian Valley Braves return team. Doing the kicking duties for them is Tyon Bird, the senior, stands at 6'3", 190 pounds. He's listed as a wide receiver, as one of the many big players that Taft has. The two deep men back, looks like it's going to be Kyler Vosick and Eric Golder will be lining up just in front of their own 10-yard line as it's time for another Cartoons of New Philadelphia kickoff, as Bird will put it in the air, a little toe poke straight up the gut. It will roll back to an up man for Indian Valley, grabs at the 31, dives forward, and he'll fall down at the 35. Flag comes in from the Senators' sideline now. We'll see what the call is as the side judge on the kicking side of the ball, he's pointing towards the sideline for Taft.
Going to be a sideline warning, I believe.
It would most likely be, and sure enough, it is a sideline warning. So no penalty on your first infraction, but we'll see how that impacts the game moving forward. Coming onto the field, the offense for the Indian Valley Braves, led by their sophomore quarterback in Riker Williams, junior running back Grady Kinsey, Eric Golder at wide receiver, Jackson Bircher fullback. This is a team that can hurt you in a lot of ways when it comes to the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, Indian Valley, they're one of those teams. They'll just do some ground and pound, just get you 4 or 5 yards of carry, and all of a sudden they'll break one off. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Right now, they're telling the defensive end here for Taft that he's got to cover his knees up. He's got his pants pulled up over his knees. He's got to come off the field and fix that.
So they'll have to sub the player in. Look, you'll have all eyes all night in the middle of that defense in Drayden Pavey, the senior tackle and defensive end for this Taft team, a Wisconsin commit. So we'll see how he plugs up the middle of the defense. There's going to be a direct read off the right side. Riker Williams looks for room, cuts back in, nowhere to go. He is taken down, maybe a gain of just 1 yard on first down.
Yeah, and like you said, whenever they brought a player in, Pavey had to slide out the defensive end, and he just did an outstanding job. He just grabbed the hold of the defensive tackle, and defensive tackle couldn't do nothing with him, and that let everybody else crash over to bring Riker down at the line of scrimmage.
Second down and 9 upcoming. 11:20 shown on the first quarter clock. Ton of game to play, but the Senators have the 6-0 lead. Indian Valley breaks the huddle. They'll go I-form. It'll be offset I-form as they'll line up the fullback off the right side. It's actually Kinsey. Golder lines up as your running back, and it goes to Kinsey straight up the gut. First man through, pushes over a couple different players, and he'll get dropped at the 42-yard line. Nice pickup there. It's going to bring up third down, but much more manageable after a 6-yard gain.
Yeah, Kinsey, I don't know who was the first guy to get to him. He actually just ran right over top of him, was able to get a couple more yards out of that before somebody just tripped up his feet.
So now it will be third down, and it looks like 3. Ball will sit at the 42-yard line of Indian Valley. They break the huddle, and they're going to spread things out. 2 wide receivers left, 1 right. It is going to be a pistol set as Williams will line up in front of Kinsey. Tight end in Bircher off the left side of the line. Williams barks out some play orders to his offensive line, claps once on the hard count. Taft doesn't bite. Play fake, rolls left. Williams looking for room. He's got pressure. He's going to heave it down the sideline. It's going to be a jump ball battle for it, and that ball is going to be picked off as the Senators are going to grab it, and a turnover here will give the team from Cincinnati the ball back again, and it looks like grabbing that one was JoJo Pouncey, the sophomore free safety.
Yeah, outstanding job right there by Taft. He had Jackson Bircher wide open out there in the flat, but the Taft defender rolled out there, so he was unable to get a clean pass out there. He might have been able just to try to lob it over his head because Bircher was wide open, but there was a guy in between him, and he turned back and tried to just throw a jump ball up down there.
So an interception for Indian Valley. Disastrous start to the game for the Braves as they give off the opening kickoff return and throw the interception, and they turn the ball back over to a dangerous Taft offense as Monsana Torbert, first time we're going to see him, the sophomore quarterback, stands at 6 foot, 160 pounds. He can hurt you in a lot of different ways. And Taft getting their play call in order. Torbert will line him up, and almost go back to like kind of a wishbone, flexbone situation. Torbert on the snap gives it to a man moving to the right side, trying to bulldoze over the linebacker as the running back. He'll get dropped at the 41-yard line. A pickup there of about 5.
Yeah, did a nice job on the right side over there, and he got through the line of scrimmage. The linebacker met him there, and he was able to get a push from his offensive line to get him just a little bit further. So it looks like it's going to be about 2nd down and 3 now.
So a pickup there of 7. That looked like it was Aaron Dowdle, the senior. There's going to be the snap and a play and a handoff to the left side, breaking free down the left side to the 50, 45, 40 to the sideline, knocked out of bounds at the 35, and Taft's speed is really paying benefits early on here as it's a first federal first down.
Yeah, typically Indian Valley usually can stretch the running back out to the sideline, but right now Taft is able to get around there and get the blocks to seal the corner. They did a nice job sealing Riker Williams over there to get down the field a long ways.
So now it will be first down quickly. Here comes Taft, rolling to the right is Torbert. He's looking for room off the right edge, dances back inside. Nice move, breaks a tackle. Now he's up to the 30, looking for more room. 25, reverses field, and he's going to go. Monsana Torbert will break off the left side, and he is in for a touchdown as he will score from 37 yards out. And Taft has all the momentum, and they're up by 2 scores.
Yeah, just a lot of missed tackles right there. He had a couple people had a hold of him, and they just didn't bring him down. I seen Riker Williams turn around and say something to ref. I don't know if he thought he was held or something right there, but no matter what happened, it's a touchdown.
So now lining up for what will either be a 2-point conversion or the extra point. Taft is putting it on Indian Valley early in this Division IV Final Four showdown, the state semifinal from historic Crew Stadium. So it looks like the Senators are going to come out here, and they are going to go for 2 as Torbert is going to line up in a shotgun. He's got one running back to his right. That's Hill. There's going to be a play fake. Looks left, delivers towards the sideline, and it's grabbed right at the pylon, and it is in. 2 points, and give the Senators the 14-0 lead. Big Z Sports will take a Cush Financial Group timeout. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Cush Financial Group has been proudly serving the community's financial needs for over 35 years. The team at Cush Financial follows an industry-leading service model with a unique approach and fiduciary responsibilities associated with their board-certified financial planner. With over 75 years of combined experience, the advisors at Cush Financial Group are here to help you achieve your financial goals. Contact their office at 330-308-8700 or visit their website at cushfinancial.com to see about scheduling your free consultation today. Securities and investment advisory services offered through Independence Capital Company Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC.
Jeff Wallach, LLC, is a family-owned and operated company proudly serving greater Northeast Ohio and surrounding communities for over 25 years. We specialize in vinyl siding, replacement windows and doors, gutters, downspouts, and much more. We provide quality service regardless of the size or scope of the project. Our crews are reliable, respectful, and mindful of a safe work environment. Jeff Wallach, LLC is certified by the Better Business Bureau. Call today and discover how we can assist you in making your vision a reality.
Into the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio. Taft leads Indian Valley 14-0 after this Cartoons of New Philadelphia kickoff here in the Final Four. We'll check down with Tim Plants for the first time on the sideline. There is the kickoff as it will go back to an up man at about the 23-yard line for Indian Valley, working towards the middle of the field, cutting back in. Now for an extra few yards up to the 37-yard line. That's where Indian Valley will take over down to the sideline, brought to you by Hampshire Insurance. And Tim, what a start for Taft, but Indian Valley looking a little shell-shocked early on.
Yeah, Pat Summerall and Job Madden used to say speed kills, and that's what's happening right now. Indian Valley has to find a way to get back in and control the edges.
Absolutely, Tim. Thank you for that, as he will be bringing us updates all night long from the sideline. Daniel Adams doing our social media. Indian Valley comes out on offense now, trying to find some footing after an early 3-and-out. Snap goes back to Williams, fakes to Golder, looks for a read up the middle, now cuts back in. Williams will plunge forward, and he'll get to about the 39-yard line. Only give him a pickup of a handful there, maybe 3, brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, he did a nice job right there. He got the snap. Looked like he was going to go in the hole, but Pavey closed that hole up real quick, and he had a shift to the left, and he was met as soon as he shifted.
Drayden Pavey, the 6'3", 290-pound senior, as we've already mentioned, a Wisconsin commit. He is a problem in the middle of that defensive line. Indian Valley's going to have to try to solve. Williams will go under center, offset on the I form as they'll go Kinsey as the fullback on the left side. He'll go forward. It looked like he got his face mask grabbed, but instead he'll just go forward to the 44-yard line. Flag comes in from the Indian Valley sideline. There was a Braves player and a Taft defender locked up on that sideline. We'll see who the flag's going to be on. They went into the bench, Shannon.
Yeah, and I seen the Taft guy or player trying to plead his case right there. So apparently he might be the one that's getting hit since he was pleading his case. And
we'll see what the head ref says as they actually check him out of the ball game. The player who was locked up out there on defense looks like it was number 10, JoJo Pouncey. Didn't see for the Braves who it was who was also locked up in there. We'll see if the penalties will offset. And here comes the call from the head ref as it will be a personal foul. And there's the face mask call. Penalty is going to be declined. Indian Valley is going to accept instead a defensive holding call, I believe. So that'll march the Braves down the field. Interesting you declined the personal foul, though, Shannon.
I think he gave the wrong signal because they marked
might have done that backwards. They did mark off 15.
Yeah, they marked off 15. So either way, it was a 15-yard penalty, and it moves the Braves into Taft territory.
So that will move Indian Valley to the 42 as they're going to try to work quickly. 2 wide receivers flanked either side of the formation. They'll go a flex or a wing off the left side. Motion man Jackson Bircher from right to left. Pistol Williams in front of Kinsey. Williams gets the snap, rolls left. He'll get a lead block from Kinsey. Now a cutback lane, and he's going up the numbers. He's at the 30, and he lunges forward for another First Federal first down. And nice run by the sophomore. 12-yard pickup has the Braves in business.
Yeah, they did a nice job. One thing I noticed right there on the offensive line, they're leaving a big hole between the center and the guard right where Pavy's lining up, and they run away from him. So Pavy's getting a free shot into the backfield, but the speed just takes him out of the play.
So now Indian Valley will break their huddle. Pistol again, 2 wide receivers right. Eric Golder lines up in the slot. Colt James is near side closest to us. Williams is in front of Kinsey. That's who they will hand it off to. Nope, Williams pulls it out of his belly. Stiff arm on the edge, dragging a defender up to the 23-yard line. And how about that for the sophomore? He drug a defender 5 yards down the field, a pickup of 7 on first.
Yeah, nice job right there by they call him Frank in school, and I've been made aware by some of his family members. You know you're supposed to call him Frank, but I always known him was Riker, but outstanding run right there. He literally just took a guy with him, put him on his back. He left that ball in the belly a long time of the running back and then pulled it at the last second, and that kind of, made the linebackers freeze.
2 wide receivers right, 2 tight ends left of the formation. Actually, only one of them is Jackson Bircher. Shotgun, Williams lines up with Kinsey to his right. Now Bircher motions into the backfield. It's a snap into the hands of Kinsey. He goes off the right side. 20, pushes forward, lunging, and he's up to the 16 before he is bent over backwards and is taken down. They'll actually mark him at the 17-yard line, enough for another First Federal first down on a pickup, that time of 5.
Yeah, it looks like Indian Valley right now has kind of got the nerves calmed down on their offense, and they're moving the sticks right now and see if they can punch this one in as they get down here closer.
We promised this would be a stylistics clash, as we knew that Taft was going to want to spread things out, use their speed, and use the edges. Indian Valley was going to try to run right at you, and that's what they've been trying to do so far. Golder's going to motion from right to left, I form. It will be a Bircher as the fullback. Kinsey running back. Williams under center. Turns. Hands it off. Kinsey stutter step up the middle looking for a hole. Runs over his right tackle and there's nowhere to go. And he maybe got about a yard there before he was taken down at the 17-yard line. So give Kinsey just a pickup of 1.
Yeah, that's something there the Indian Valley coaches might want to take a look at right there. As soon as they seen the formation come out, Taft kind of pretty much just loaded everybody up on the line of scrimmage, and the offensive line just didn't have enough bodies up there to take every one of those players on. So maybe if you can get Riker to call an audible right there and maybe hit a tight end up the seam or, a quick slant by your wide receiver.
We're in the Jeff Wallach LLC red zone. Indian Valley trails 14-0, but they are driving. Rowan Pacine's in the game for the first time. He'll motion from right to left. They'll overload with trips wide receivers left in the bunch. Now it's going to be a snap to Williams in the shotgun. Looks like a flag comes out, and it looks like they are pointing towards the defense on this flag. The Taft sideline cannot believe it. I'm not sure if he maybe came across the line, Shannon.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I seen the guy on the far side, so I'm not sure if it was an offense or if it was a defensive lineman to jump. But I do know the cornerback over there that was lining up on the wide receiver was right up on top of him, so not sure if maybe he was the one that was over into the neutral zone.
Ball will be at the 12-yard line now as Indian Valley inches closer. 2nd down and 4 upcoming. They're going to go with the same formation. Williams is in the shotgun. Kinsey to his left. 3 wide receivers left. Williams direct read left. He doesn't throw. He goes right up the middle, and he is leveled at about the 9-yard line. It looked like he had nothing but a free lane for the first down. Instead, he is denied, but still it is going to be a pickup that time of 3.
Yeah, it looked like, I believe it was number 4 for them, Aaron Dowdle. It looks like he's the one that closed the hole and hit him pretty hard. And he actually is kind of moving a little slow himself down there.
We're not used to seeing Williams get pushed back like that. Indian Valley's going to go heavy as they're going to do the offset I form again. Kinsey's your fullback on the right. It's a handoff to him. He'll go off the right side, leans forward, tries to put the ball out. I don't know if he got there, and it doesn't look like he did. So 4th down is going to be upcoming. No gain for Kinsey as he's stonewalled.
Yeah, he's stonewalled. An outstanding job by number 7, Najee Hill. He's the one that got in there and just got him right around the ankles. Smart play. He's one of the few people that we see just go straight for the ankles and not try to take him straight on.
Big-time decision upcoming for Indian Valley. Don't know really what the range is for Colt James, but it is a cold night, a hard ball, and a hard playing surface. They're going to go I formation. James lines up far side towards the Indian Valley sideline. Williams is under center. He'll turn. He'll hand it off. Kinsey with a hole. Straight up the gut. 5. Runs over the safety. And Grady Kinsey is in from 9 yards out. Indian Valley right back in this ball game.
Yeah, outstanding run right there. I thought for sure when they came up to the line of scrimmage, they was going to try to draw him off sides, and I just wonder if that's what Taft was waiting for, to that hard count. But they went on the first signal, and the offensive line got a good push right there, and then he cruised into the end zone.
Almost like confetti going through the air, because as Kinsey scores, the snow starts falling again from historic Crew Stadium. 14-6. An extra point is upcoming here for Indian Valley. Williams will be your holder. What a drive by the Braves there. Helped out a little bit by some untimely mistakes for the Senators. Late man coming on for a substitution. Play clock is at 15. The Braves do have plenty of time. And now there is a flag here. And we're going to get another offside call. Again, Shannon. Somebody lined up over the neutral zone again.
Yeah, they're walking over on the other side of the ball. They're not paying attention. And the ball's already set by the referee. And they're walking over the ball going into the Indian Valley sideline. Or Indian Valley side of the ball.
And that's exactly what the side judge is explaining to them now. Indian Valley's bringing their offense back out onto the field. Here comes Williams with the play call as they will inch a little bit closer. They haven't moved the ball yet as they're still lined up at the 3. And Shannon should be at the 1.5-yard line. As we still have some confusion here, and now it will get marched off. So the Braves are going to go for 2 as it will be marked at the 1.5-yard line. Williams in a tight huddle here. They're going to try to go quickly. He's under center. Takes the snap, hands it off. Kinsey looking for room on the left side, and he's in. Indian Valley now trails 14-8 in the Final Four out of Division 4. Big Z Sports will be back after this Cush Financial Group timeout.
Ron's Heating and Cooling in Denison has been serving this great area since 1977. At Ron's, no matter what you need, they can handle it. From heating and cooling to standby Generac generators, water heaters, tankless water heaters, mobile home equipment, duct cleaning, and 24-hour no-heat service. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you have to do is call 740-922-5252. Ron's Heating and Cooling proudly supports high school sports and would like to wish best of luck to all local athletes participating this season.
You're with Big Z Sports on 99.9 WTUZ.
Welcome back to the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio. Time for another Cartoons of New Philadelphia kickoff as Colt James will put his leg into it. This is a shorter kickoff this time, but it will go all the way back to the 22-yard line. Looking for room off the left side and finding some of it is the returner for Taft, but he is driven down hard by James, who will drop him at the 50, and it looked like that returner that time was Eddie Holloway. Down to the sideline, brought to you by Hampshire Insurance. Tim Plants. That was a drive Indian Valley absolutely had to have. A little power football, Braves football working out there to get them on the board.
Yeah, definitely. If they didn't score there, all the momentum's with Taft, and now they got some back, and now their defense has to step up and stop the speed of Taft.
If you want the latest on what is happening on the field and updates on how everything looked, check out the Big Z Sports Facebook page. Daniel Adams has us covered with our social media posts. It is Taft leading 14-8, 4:34 showing on the first quarter clock, live here at 99.9 and at WTUZ.com. Taft is going to bunch things up here as they're going to have 3 running backs in the backfield with Torbert, who's going to go under center. Now 2 of them will flank off the right side as wings. Turn, handoff, straight up the guts, the running back for the Senators, still driving forward, getting a plenty more. He's up to the 41-yard line, and it's a federal first down. I believe that was Najee Hill, the junior, who went straight up the gut.
Yeah, he comes straight up the middle right there. He just does a nice job. he got behind his blockers and then shifted a little bit and just got the linebackers out of position.
Take it back. It was Aaron Dottle who goes straight up the gut again, and he is finally brought down, and it looks like they never really had changed the chains there. Now it's a first down. I guess they gave Dottle those back-to-back carries, and now they'll say that he had enough for the first.
Yeah, Indian Valley here has got to do. Going to be a timeout, Indian Valley.
It is going to be a Cush Financial Group timeout as the Braves try to regroup on defense. Big Z Sports will return in 30 seconds.
Top Notch Auto on East Plum Alley in Janaden, your one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs, offering an experienced staff that can handle just what you need to keep your vehicle running at its best. Top Notch Auto specializes in diagnostics with state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment. Whether your vehicle needs routine maintenance or major repairs, Top Notch Auto can handle all your vehicle needs. They also offer a large selection of tire brands, including Goodyear, Kelly, and Cooper, just to name a few. Find Top Notch Auto LLC on Facebook or call them at 740-561-4100.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio. Big Z Sports live here at 99.9 and at WTUZ.com as we are coming out of a Cush Financial Group timeout. Want to say a big thank you to Amici's in Janaten Hutton and West Lafayette for jumping on for today's broadcast. I don't know about you, Shannon, but a slice of pie from Amici's sounds pretty good.
Yeah, that's a bad thing when we got to go on the road, go down and go to other regions. We lose Amici's, so we'll have to make up for it tomorrow.
I think we can do that. It is Taft ball. They are up to the Indian Valley 31-yard line. Torbert's going to hand it off, and slipping on the edge after a gain of just 2 yards that time is the running back in Dowdle again. And that time, Shannon, footing definitely a problem. Actually, that might have been Hill.
Yeah, it's a little bit of snow sticking down there on that far end. He slipped when he tried to make a cut.
Quickly go. Here goes Taft. Handoff. It's Hill again. Ankle tackle there by Indian Valley. It was Carson Hostetler who took him down after a gain of about 5 yards, brings up third down.
Yeah.
And this Taft team is moving quick.
Yeah, he made a quick cut right there, and both Riker Williams and Grady Kinsey both missed at him. And like you said, if you miss at the line of scrimmage, he's going to get a couple more yards.
3rd down and 2 upcoming. Under 4 minutes to go now. Taft has been moving extremely quickly. Now they'll slow things down as head coach Tyler Williams brings in the play call. They're knocking on the door of the Jeff Wallach LLC red zone. Torbert has the play call. He's going to go under center. 2 wings to the left side of him. 1 running back. It's Dowdle. Handoff to him. Up the gut. Cutback lane. Kinsey can't pull him down. Still on his feet is Dowdle, and he is all the way down to the 16-yard line into the Jeff Wallach LLC red zone. A 6-yard pickup there.
I'll tell you what, you watch Pavey, number 55, on the offensive line. Whoever he's blocking, he pushes them, 15 yards out of the play. Like, you don't have a chance to get him. So you're going to need help on him or try to do some stunts to get around him.
Ball is at the Indian Valley 16, 1st and 10. Taft has the lead, 14-8. Torbert is under center. He'll just go off the left side himself. He's looking for the edge, looking for room, tried to get a cutback lane, and he is ridden down from behind at about the 9-yard line. Indian Valley does eventually run him down. I believe that was Caden Riggs who took him down after a nice pickup on 1st down. Give him 6, maybe 7, actually probably 8 yards. And again, more runs being ripped off by this Taft team. So now they'll line up under center again. Torbert hands it off. Dowdle up the middle, bounces off of one man. He'll get dropped at the 1-yard line. It is enough for a First Federal first down, and they're deeper in the Jeff Wallach LLC red zone. What a run. He is incredibly hard to bring down.
Yeah, him and Grady Kinsey met at the line of scrimmage, and he won that battle as Kinsey went one way. It kind of just bounced him the other way.
So now Taft under center is Torbert. Handoff. Dowdle up the middle, drives forward on his center's back, and he's in as the Senators now take the 20-8 lead. Dowdle is going to be a real problem for this Indian Valley team running up the middle as he has shed many tackles already.
Yeah, Indian Valley defense is going to have to make some big adjustments tonight to try to get them in a little bit of longer drives, kind of wear them out a little bit right now. They're going to be in a shootout, and Indian Valley is going to have to take every advantage they get on offense because they lost that opening kickoff that got returned back.
So now the Taft Senators are making their plans. They're going to see if they are going to go for 2 here. Would put them up by 2 touchdowns. Torbert has the play call, and he jogs back to his huddle. The 6-foot senior who can flat out fly as we have whistles here and a timeout for Taft. It's a Cush Financial Group timeout. We'll take it with them. Back in 30 seconds.
Hey there, football fans. For over 60 years, Hampshire Insurance has been a cornerstone of the Sugar Creek community. We specialize in home, auto, life, commercial, and farm insurance. With our friendly and efficient service, you can rest easy knowing Hampshire Insurance is providing a path forward when the unthinkable happens. Give us a call at 330-852-4087. Hampshire Insurance, proud supporters of high school sports and your trusted neighbors in Sugar Creek.
Welcome back to the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio. Big Z Sports is live here from historic Crew Stadium. And coming out of a Cush Financial Group timeout, it's for the point after, but it looks like Taft is going to plan to go for two. Indian Valley's trotting out their defense again. And this Taft team right now on offense, Shannon, it is just chunk play after chunk play early going.
And the biggest thing is they're going fast, getting to the line of scrimmage, so Indian Valley coaches don't even have enough time to call in a different play to get readjusted. They're just lining up, and they haven't even went to the spread yet, and that's what they're known for. So it'll be interesting to see the adjustments that can be made.
Yeah, they go heavy again with the I form as Torbert goes under center. He will turn, hand it off. Dottle up the middle, and he gets grabbed at the ankles by Riker Williams and is taken down a yard short. As we will go ahead and keep it right here before your kickoff. What a play for the sophomore quarterback and defensive end. I think that he might have learned his lesson there after trying to go high on Dowdle early on as he just grabbed him by the ankle and wouldn't let go.
Yeah, it's just outstanding hold right there for the two-point conversion. Indian Valley now offensively has got to come out and go down the field again and wear them out a little bit more. But we'll do a quick Ferris Chevrolet scoreboard update. Is the winner of this game will play the winner of Sandusky Perkins and Glenville in the Division IV state championship game. And right now Perkins leads Glenville 3-2 in the first quarter.
You sure that's not a baseball score?
It's bases are loaded right now. Perkins is driving again.
3-2. What an interesting score. Thank you for that, Shannon, as Taft will tee it up here. And, of course, later on, following this contest, a YouTube replay will be available thanks to the crew of Claxon Communications and our presenting sponsors in the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency, DAC Vitamins and Minerals, Novellus, and TMK, Valley Propane. Taft has it teed up, about to send it deep. They lead by 12. Indian Valley looks for a little bit more stabilization again on their offense, maybe even chew some clock. The kickoff will go deep, straight up the middle, splits both Indian Valley returners, and rolls through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback, so the Braves will start off with some decent field position. That one never got about 8 yards off the ground, and it was a line drive that almost reached the goal line.
Yeah, he did an outstanding job putting his foot right in the middle of that ball, and like I said, it just come off the ground about 8 to 10 feet, and it sailed till about the 20 before it started to come down and went through the back of the end zone.
Indian Valley will start at their own 20. They had a nice drive last time, capped off by a Grady Kinsey 9-yard touchdown run. They're going to need a few more of those as the defensive staff for the Braves currently are trying to figure out what to do about this high-powered Senators offense. They're going to go in the shotgun, flanked either side of Williams. Bircher's to his left, Kinsey's to his right. Snap goes to Kinsey, off the left side, up the middle. He looks like he gets up to the 25 before he is taken down. And a whole host of Taft defenders will take him to the turf, a 5-yard pickup. Right now for Kinsey, handful of carries, no huge chunk runs yet. Taft is doing a great job of collapsing.
You know, one thing Indian Valley needs to remember right now is the offensive line and the running backs. You just need 3.4 yards a carry. 3.4 yards a carry will keep the sticks moving, and that's your goal. Don't play behind the sticks. Don't get dropped in the backfield for a loss.
So now they'll go with a similar formation, except Bircher will line up in the formation as a fullback out of the shotgun. Williams is going to do a direct read off the left side. Breaks free. One tackle. He's at the 40. Now he's at the 45. Stiff arms the safety 50 and dropped at the 45. Williams with a highlight reel run as he absolutely trucks the cornerback and takes it and flips the field very quickly.
And if Indian Valley is, you move fast now. You start moving fast. You see a lot of Taft players are starting to walk. They're getting wore out, and they're slowly starting to move up the field. If Indian Valley, you kind of just want to bring the speed now.
It is a First Federal first down, a pickup of 30 for Williams. They'll go with the same formation. Kinsey flips to go to the right side of him now. Snaps to Kinsey. He'll go off the left side. Gets a couple lead blocks, and he breaks free at the 30, 25, 20, 15. One man to beat who pulls him down at the 11. Grady Kinsey with a 19-yard run, and they enter the Jeff Wallach LLC red zone.
I'm telling you, right now, the defensive line for Taft did not get off the ball at all right there. The offensive line for Indian Valley was able – they didn't have to push them away. They just had to get in position to hold their blocks. They did that, and Grady was going. You can see they're going to call a timeout now. He knows his players are tired.
That is the second timeout used already in this first quarter by Taft. We'll take a Cush Financial Group timeout. Big Z Sports will return after this. Braves are driving.
Do you hunt, fish, sew, or have a hobby that you would like to share with someone? Hi, this is Noah Sugg with Big Brothers Big Sisters, and we are faced with our biggest commitment in matching 56 littles with bigs. We will match a little with you that shares the same interests and enjoys the same things, so you can do what you enjoy and change the life of a little at the same time. To learn more, we ask you call 339-6916 or visit bigs4kids.com/volunteer. Thank you.
These Sports on 99.9 WTUZ.
Welcome back to the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio. Ball sits at the 11-yard line. We'll check in with Tim Plants here shortly. Indian Valley driving again. That time out by Coach Tyler Williams for Taft. Shannon, you kind of mentioned it. Some of those defenders were already looking a little bit gassed on that drive. Indian Valley's ripped off 49 yards on 2 runs. We'll see what they do here.
Yeah, he had to take that time out right now to have a conversation with his defensive line and give him a breather.
It'll be a pistol set. Williams lines up in front of Kinsey. He'll turn, hand it off. Kinsey looks for room on the right side. Stiff arms his own man and goes up to the 7-yard line. It's a pickup of 4. Go ahead, Shannon.
Well, I'll say actually, yeah, Kinsey's own man right there got in the road and probably cost him another 4 or 5 yards because he actually had to push him out of the road.
So it is 2nd down and 6 upcoming. 1:15 showing on the first quarter clock. And what if Indian Valley can put one in here? What will be a shootout status here in the first quarter? We wondered if it could happen. It will be a shotgun. Williams has Kinsey flanked off to his right. Bircher lines up as your fullback. 1 wide receiver in James' right side. Snap goes into the hands of Williams. Tries to stiff arm one person. Now the Indian Valley line gets behind him, still pushing forward. Williams is still on his feet. No whistle. He is down at the 1-yard line.
He's not down yet.
Finally, the whistle will blow, and it is a federal first down. After Williams was hit a yard past the line of scrimmage, and the entire Indian Valley offensive line just drug him an extra 4 or 5 yards.
So they're going to say he's short of the first down, probably looks to be about like a foot. So it's going to be 3rd and a foot from here. Indian Valley should have been ready right there with the play. Riker had to run all the way to the sideline to get that right there.
So what, it was a gain of 5 2/3, you would say? So it will be 3rd down and maybe the length of the football. Braves are at just outside of the Taft 1-yard line. They're going to go heavy again. Bircher, fullback. Williams, quarterback. Direct snap. Kinsey, left side. Cutback lane. In the end zone again is Grady Kinsey, his 2nd rushing touchdown of the night.
Yeah, outstanding job right there by the Indian Valley offense. They come out there and they just muscled their way down the field, was able to push them around a little bit. And like you said, the Taft players got a lot of hands on hips right now. And that's not a good sign when we're still, 5 seconds left in the first quarter.
It is a 6-point lead for Taft. Indian Valley elects for the extra point wisely, as if they put this on the board, it will only put them down by 5. Williams to hold. He'll put it down. James is through it. It's a end-over-end kick, and it'll go through. Indian Valley keeps clawing right back in this one. Don't go anywhere. The state Final Four is right here with Big Z Sports.
PAC Drilling, a family-owned and operated company since 2005 in Bolivar, takes pride in being an economic oil and gas drilling company. PAC's objective is to contribute to American energy independence through profitable development, operation, and marketing of oil and natural gas wells. PAC also employs operating technicians to oversee each and every well drilled to maximize its productivity and longevity. Contact PAC Drilling at pacdrilling.com.
Triad Roofing and Services in Strasburg has been your commercial flat and sloped roofing professionals since 1979. They do commercial roofing and offer free estimates. Businesses, now is the time. Set your appointment before the weather changes. They can fix your roof before problems occur. They offer maintenance plans. Will come out twice a year, clear drains, and inspect your roof. To find out more, go to triadroofingandservices.com. That's triadroofingandservices.com.
Back to the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio. It's Big Z Sports live here at 99.9 and at WTUZ.com. Immediately following this game, we'll have a YouTube replay available. It's an onside attempt there for the Braves. Taft is going to try to dive on it. Ball is still loose at the 45. Braves are battling for it. It's a Cartoons of New Philadelphia kickoff. Who has it? Taft seems confident it's theirs. And it is going to be Taft ball as the onside from Colt James spun around on the ground. And this slippery surface, Shannon, almost paid off for him. But you can look at it this way. The last time the Senators had the ball, they started at the 50 anyway. So you tried to do something, pull it out of the bag of the tricks.
Yeah, do something a little bit different right there. And I don't think the Indian Valley players was ready for it to squirt back out, and they kind of tried to dive down there late. They was in a fight down there. Good job by the officials because they didn't know if anybody clearly had it yet. They let it go, went into the pile, and found out who had it.
We'll go down to Tim Plants here shortly, depending on how fast Taft wants to go on offense here. As we know, they have been moving on this side of the ball. It will be Monsana Torbert, who will line up under center. Lone running back behind him, 2 wings off the right side. Torbert turns, hands it off. It's Dottle straight up the gut. He's up to the 45, still dragging defenders, and he's at the 41-yard line. Quickly goes into Indian Valley territory. Tim Plants, brought to you by Hampshire Insurance, down on the sideline. Tim, how about that run from Williams earlier on?
Yeah, that was excellent. Hit the hole, and he was off to the races. He's doing a great job. Ran over a guy. That's what you like to see if you're Indian Valley's coaches and fans. You want to see that Riker and Grady are hitting the holes that hard, and when they get in open space, they're running just as hard.
It is the end of the first quarter. Indian Valley trails 20-15. Big Z Sports will be back for this state semifinal after this.
The other guy's insurance, you got Kyle.
Hey Kyle, it's Brenda. I was just reading through your proposal and I have a few questions.
When we drafted up your proposal, we really aimed right down the middle.
Sometimes wonder if your insurance agent true priority is more time on the golf course.
At Hummel, we do insurance differently. Our expert advisors help you not only mitigate risk, but operate more efficiently, decrease employee turnover, and increase your bottom line.
Z Sports on 99.9.
Back in for the second quarter from the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio. Indian Valley trails Taft 20-15 in this state semifinal at Division 4. You're locked in at 99.9 and at WTUZ.com or later on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel when our replay is available. Torbett's going to go under center again. 2 wings flanked off right. 1 running back. Handoff. Dottle straight up the middle. Runs into the back of his own offensive lineman. Maybe hit one of the Indian Valley defensive linemen as well. That is a gain of just 1, and the first time they've really been able to bottle him up.
Yeah, that play there was all because of Brogan Wilson, number 75 for the Braves. Brogan Wilson was able to get on his offensive lineman, pushed him backwards into the Taft running back, and then everybody else came in to clean it up, so it all started up front with Wilson.
A pickup of just 1 there. The shortest play of the day so far for Taft as they will break the huddle now. Looks like Torbert is going to go under center again, and they'll just flip the formation. 2 wings left. Handoff, Dottle straight up the middle into a pile, and there was nowhere to go as he will fall forward to the 39. It's a pickup of 2, but now a rare 3rd down early in this game for the Senators.
Yeah, now we'll see them come out right now. Probably come out in the widespread in a quick impact collision scoreboard update as Perkins has scored again. They now lead Glenville 10-2 in the second quarter.
Thank you for that, Shannon. Of course, the winner of this game goes on to take on the winner of that game between Regions 13 and 14 in the Division 4 state championship from Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium next weekend on Saturday. One of these 2 teams will be the team that they meet. We're going to find out who it's going to be. 3rd down and 7. Taft going to go heavy. Same formation as the previous play. Torbert is under center. He'll turn. Play fake. Looking for a man on the left side. He'll throw it over the head of his receiver. It's incomplete. And a 4th down and 7 upcoming.
Yeah, the coach is over here telling him he should have spun out and ran to the right. There was a lot of room. The problem was the play was designed to go to the left, so he was going through his progression, thought he had him, thought he was going to be able to put a little touch on it, and he just overthrew him a little bit.
Did you see what I saw? Both receivers actually collided with each other, so maybe the timing was messed up. The one was going for a flat, the other was going for a corner route, but they never really got to their destined spots because they ran into each other.
Now, this here's a play that you're going to have to watch out if you're Indian Valley. I think this is going to be a running play all the way for the quarterback. He's going to scramble a little bit, and if the defensive backs don't stay with their guy, this is usually how he burns them.
4th down and 7. Taft's going for it. 2 fullbacks, 1 running back. Dowdle, play fake. Free blitzer off the edge. It's Eric Golder. He can't wrap him up. Now it's a scramble drill. Looking for rooms. Torbert. He's going to reverse field again. He's all the way back at his own 35. Another man has a chance. Delivers down the field. Indian Valley lost contain, but the tackle is made, and it's close. And it looks like they'll mark him down at the 31. We'll have to wait and see where the official call is going to be, if it's enough, and it is enough for a federal first down.
I knew it was going to come. He was going to scramble, and the defensive backs didn't stay where they were supposed to stay. They thought he was going to be tackled for a loss. You got to give credit to the Taft wide receivers. They went out there, and they just sat down, and the quarterback throwed it down there, and they never got to him.
Ball at the 31-yard line. Torbert is impossible to tackle back there in the pocket right now. He'll go under center. Direct read off the right side. Being chased by the Indian Valley defense. Cut back lane. Hit at the 29. Now at the 28. And Jackson Bircher helps finish it off. And it was also Brogan O'Connor who helped bring him down.
They got lucky right there because Kyler Vosick had him in the backfield again. And they're just not wrapping up. They're trying to hit and run through them. When a guy of that talent, just get your arms around his waist and then slide down his legs. I know a lot of people don't like to hear that. It's actually illegal in the NFL right now. But when you got a guy like that, you got to get him wrapped up first and don't try to run through him.
Torbert under center, 2 wings to the right, 1 running back. It'll be a handoff. Dowdle up the gut, nowhere to go, and breaking free through is the Indian Valley defensive lineman. And I couldn't see which one that one.
Brogan Wilson again.
A loss of 2, and we go back to 3rd down and 10 now. First time they have broken through into the backfield and made a clean tackle.
Yeah, like I said, they're getting to the point the guys up front are getting wore out and they're having trouble containing Indian Valley. The problem is that the defensive backs got to do their job now. They're going to come out in a spread, and the quarterback's he's going to move around there and wait for one of you guys to make a mistake.
2 wide receivers left, 1 right. Torbert is in the shotgun, has 1 running back flanked off to his right. It is a hard count. Indian Valley doesn't bite. Now the sophomore quarterback gets a play change. He'll reset things for the Senators. He'll clap once, gets the snap. It'll be a handoff up the middle. Dowdle has nowhere to go again. Indian Valley collapses at the 30-yard line, a gain of just 1, and now it's 4th down and 9.
Big 4th down right here for Indian Valley. They got to stand. That's going to be the same time as the last 4th down. It's going to be into their quarterback. Torbert's just going to do what he does back there and try to find somebody open.
4th down and 8 officially. They gave him a pickup of 2. But we'll see how much that scramble drill works out. You saw Golder was the free blitzer last time, was unable to get him. Now, Taft goes with 3 wide receivers right, 1 left. Torbert's in the shotgun, running back to his left. He'll clap, back to pass, straight drop, pressure up the middle, and there's a flag, and it's a false start. Move back, Taft again. I think the wide receiver got started early.
Yeah, and one thing you got to remember right here, I don't know if you see it, but if you look at the hand of Colton Smith is playing with a cast on his hand. He broke his hand last week against St. Clairsville in that regional final. He didn't play the whole second half. Went this week, found out it was a clean break. They was able to cast it up, and he's playing tonight. But, you're a defensive back. All you got to be able to do in this situation is just knock the ball down.
Just get in front of the receiver and make it hard for him to catch it or knock it to the turf. It's 4th down and 13. Taft is going to go. They're on the Indian Valley 34. 3 wide receivers right, 1 left. Torbert's in the shotgun. Running back flank to his left. Straight drop. Looks to the middle. Now looks left. He's going to scramble. Williams is coming on strong, and he goes down. Ball is free. Indian Valley battles for it, but regardless, it's Braves ball. They're going to call him down by contact, and Indian Valley takes over at their own 43.
Luckily, they got in there and got pressure and hit him because the linebacker in the middle of the field was going across the field with the guy. When the quarterback came this way, the linebacker came with him, and he had a guy wide open going about the 30-yard line.
And who was the man who was creating the pressure again, Shannon?
Riker Williams.
He'll come back out on offense. Indian Valley has the chance to break this game in a different direction and potentially take a lead before halftime. 7:34 on the clock before the halftime break. Colt James splits out wide right towards the Indian Valley sideline. Direct snap. Kinsey in the shotgun. Right side. Breaks a tackle. Tries to stiff arm the defensive end, and it wasn't happening as he'll go down after a gain of just 2.
Yeah, the linebackers, as soon as Kinsey lined up in the quarterback position right there, the linebacker, he just keyed right on Kinsey, and wherever Kinsey went, and he was able to come through a gap right there and clean him up.
2nd down and 9, they say, as Indian Valley will go back into the huddle. Huge thank you to another sponsor for today's broadcast in Lutz Body and Paint. You can find them in Jeanette and Hutton for all of your auto body and paint needs. Check out Lutz Body and Paint on Wolf's Crossing Road. I formation, as it will be Williams who goes under center. Bircher's your fullback. Kinsey's your running back. Play fake. Williams rolls left. He's got pressure. He's got nowhere to go. Now he's going to reverse field to the right side. He's tripped up from behind. He was going to throw, but he is taken down. And Williams, trying to do way too much there, gets dropped back at his own 28.
Yeah, and they had him rolling to the left right here where he's a right-handed quarterback, so he could never get his body squared up to make the throw.
That was officially a loss of 14 on the play for Williams, as now it's 3rd down, and for Indian Valley, might be playing for field position here. Maybe just try to get a couple yards back, make an easier punt. We'll see what the Braves do as Williams gets the play call in. They will line up with a shotgun. 3 wide receivers out right. Kinsey's going to line up as a wing, as a tight end on the right side. Williams has an empty backfield. Now Kinsey motions to the left side. Snap goes back. Williams looks middle. Got time. Pump fakes. Now he's flushed out. Right side. Delivers it to his running back. It is actually Golder, in and out of his hands. Incomplete. It's 4th down for the Braves in punt time.
Yeah, just right there. Too much pressure coming up center field. They pushed the offensive line back into his face. He had Jackson Burcher at about the 40-yard line. Looked like he might have been able to get the pass there, but they're just the height of the Taft defenders and got up in the air, and he had to pull it back down and run the other way.
It is 4th down and 26. Under 6 minutes to go here. Clock does stop on the incomplete pass. James is back to punt. His heels will be at his own 10-yard line. Make that the 12 as he'll step up a few more yards. Lone man back as the returner for Taft is a dangerous returner in Eddie Holloway. Snap is high. James is able to corral it, puts his right leg into it. It's a wobbly punt. It'll bounce at the 40. Now it checks back the other way. Holloway's going to try to pick it up at his own 25-yard line. He'll break off one tackle, goes right side up to the 35, is ridden out of bounds at the 36 as a couple different Braves converge.
Yeah, there's a little bit of extracurricular activity right there, and you got to watch it. You get pushing there after the play's completely over. You get nailed with a 15-yard penalty.
Indian Valley and Taft kind of pushing back and forth. The Braves player, the junior, and Carter Neff came up and separated them and moved on, probably telling his teammate, hey, chill, relax. We cannot afford penalties here.
Well, Indian Valley got what they needed out of their defense last time. They got a big stop, and the way their offense was going, everybody thought it was going to be a good thing. But the Taft defense stepped up, and they did the same thing, so now it's back to Taft ball.
They're going to spread things out. 3 wide receivers left. One right in the shotgun is Torbert. Running back in the backfield with him. It's going to be a handoff to him, and dancing around straight up the gut. Big gain at the 50, now the 45, and is taken down and instantly into Braves territory. That was Holloway straight up the gut. Nice gain and a 1st down, brought to you by First Federal.
Yeah, nice job right there by both Torbert and the running back. They ran together across to the left, and he gave it to him at the last second, found him a seam and ran straight up it.
A 19-yard gain. Taft in the shotgun again as they get a play change. Torbert looks to coach Tyler Williams in the shotgun, but they'll bunch everything up. They'll stack the wide receivers 2 by 2 either side. Handoff straight up the gut. It's Dowdle. He's grabbed, and it was Hunter Peterman who brought him down after a minimal gain.
Yeah, Peterman was able to get both hands around him. That's what you do. You get your arms around him, secure him, and then he can't drag you the whole way. You know, your teammates come in and finish him off.
Take it back. It was Hill again who went up the gut. Give him a gain of 3. 2nd down and 7 upcoming. Indian Valley does receive the second half kickoff, so they want to try to hold firm here. Torbert is lined up in the shotgun. They'll stack the wide receivers on top of each other either side. There's a bobble. It goes into the hands of Dowdle, though. He dances around looking for room. It's Hill, rather.
Ball's
He'll go
out.
up the middle. Ball is out again. Battle for it. And Indian Valley is not signaling back to themselves, so it looks like the Taft player did recover it cleanly. It is a loss of 1. You saw Kinsey diving in there trying to get the loose pigskin.
Yeah, a nice job right there again by Hunter Peterman. He's the one. First there was the bobble on the snap, and Peterman was able to get out there and shift his direction back the other way. There for a minute, I thought he was going to be able to break away and find a hole there, but he got dancing around right there, and somebody poked the ball out.
Ball will be on the 43-yard line. 4:05 show it on the clock. Torbert, 2 wide receivers either side of the formation in the shotgun. He'll get a play change again. Dowdle is in the backfield with him. Claps one time, straight back to pass, pressure up the middle. He is flushed out, and he's going down. And Kinsey with the free run towards the quarterback. Hunter Peterman and Rowan Passine making the tackle. Actually, it was Caden Riggs.
Yeah, big decision right here for the Taft coaches. It's going to be 4th down. It don't look like they're going to punt. It looks like they're kind of staying on the field right now. But like you said, they brought
Kinsey straight up the gut.
Kinsey straight up the middle, and Jackson Burcher on this side. Kinsey got there so fast he made the quarterback shift, and the Braves defense did a nice job. Everybody getting to the ball.
4th down and 9. Ball is at the Indian Valley 45. Taft is going for it. Torbert's in the shotgun. 1 running back left. 3 wide receivers on that side as well. Torbert goes back to pass. He's looking left. Now he's got pressure by Williams. Delivers down the field, and it is in the hands of the receiver. Incomplete. Could not get his feet down. It is now Braves ball.
I'll tell you what, he might have been out of bounds, but that was a pitch.
Wow.
He put that ball where only the receiver could get it. Colton Smith was over there in coverage. The receiver got it, but I think he got about a half a foot out of bounds right there.
That receiver was the sophomore tight end in JoJo Pouncey, who almost made a highlight reel grab. Instead, it's Braves ball. 3:04 showing on the clock before halftime. Indian Valley does receive the second half kick. You saw Taft was a little upset, thought there was some pushing and shoving on the receiver, but also Williams with a late lick on Torbert. They thought it could have been a late hit there or a rough in the quarterback. Braves will go in the shotgun. Kinsey to the right of Williams. 3 wide receivers right as well. Reed off the right side. Williams cutback lane up the middle. Not much there, but instead he's pushed from behind again. A 4-yard pickup.
Yeah, nice job right there by the guys that got behind him. He was stopped again. Looked like to be about the line of scrimmage or a 1-yard stop, and the guys got in there, push him. And anybody's got to take full advantage of this now. They're down to 2:45 before the half, and you want to get down the field and try to get some points right here.
Quickly, the Braves will get the play call in as they break the huddle. Rowan Pacine back in. He'll line up far side on the Indian Valley side. Eric Golder lines up left as a receiver close to the formation. Williams is in the shotgun. He has Kinsey to his right. Motion man, Golder from left to right. They'll fake it to him. Williams looking for room. Gets a block from Golder. Cutback lane. Spins around one defender. Falls forward. And he's going to be about a yard short of the first down. So it's a 5-yard pickup, but the clock continues to roll.
Yeah, nice job right there. I thought they was going to give it to Golder on the jet sweep right there. Golder went out there and actually kind of missed his block. The Taft defender did a nice job coming inside of the block. And he got the Williams first, but Williams was able to spin off of him.
A big 3rd down and 1. 2 minutes showing on the clock. Williams is under center. I-form, handoff. Kinsey at the fullback position, and he is stood up and dropped in the backfield. And now it's big decision time for Indian Valley. Hill was one of the players who made that tackle. Also getting help from him was Tyon Bird, the senior linebacker.
Yeah, that's Burcher. Yeah, Jackson Burcher, the tight end, got lined up late, and Indian Valley just kind of developed real slow, and the right side of the offensive line got pushed backwards, and Kinsey got stopped in the backfield.
Minute 25, Indian Valley's going for it. They're going to go I-form. Do they try a hard count? Williams goes under center. Burcher fullback. Instead, they'll turn, hand it off. Kinsey stiff arm, spun around. Kinsey still looking for room, and he is dropped about a half-yard forward, and we'll see what the call is. As Taft is celebrating, so it looks like it's going to be Taft ball. I thought initially the ref was going to signal first. Instead, maybe a foot short.
Yeah, that's about what it is, a foot short. It's close enough that I thought there would at least be a measurement, and he didn't even ask for a measurement. So now Indian Valley defense has got to step up with 1:16 to go here in the half. You do not want them to put one in on you late here.
This game oftentimes is all about the momentum. Who's going to seize it right before halftime? The Braves need another stop from their defense after what seemed to be a lightning pace for Taft early on. They have buckled down better. However, big pressure on them right before the halftime break. Shotgun, 3 wide receivers stacked out on the right. 1 left. Torbert in the shotgun. Reed's right side, looking for room. Williams trying to break free, can't get through. Kinsey tries to come up, and there's Williams who somehow recovers, and he'll make the tackle. It is up close to a first federal first down. Clock will stop on the 10-yard carry there.
Yeah, and they're going to give him the first federal first down. He's going to move the sticks. But Indian Valley's got to be ready right here. They're doing a nice job with their wide receivers out here. This time the defensive backs did a good job, but they got to stay with them. Don't come in on the run.
Under a minute to go. Torbert's in the shotgun. He'll go back to pass. Straight drop. Steps up. Delivers towards the sideline into the hands of his receiver, who dances back in at the 35. The Indian Valley defender thought he was going out in Jackson Burcher. Instead, he danced back in and got a couple more yards. Great play that time by Eddie Holloway.
Yeah, and they're moving fast. They've only burned off about 30 seconds here.
So now they're getting the play call in from the sideline is Torbert. That was a pickup that time of about 12. Ball is at the 30-yard line.
Well, they did a nice job, but now they've burnt 20 seconds just standing here.
30 seconds to go. Torbert, empty sent. 3 wide receivers left, 2 right. Now there's a free runner at the quarterback. Eric Golder and Hunter Peterman take him down at the 40. And now Taft is going to be forced to take their last time out.
Yeah, Hunter Peterman did an outstanding job right there. He just completely come in there and just blew the quarterback up in the backfield.
Great play there as it's now time for a Cush Financial Group timeout. We'll actually go to the sideline with Tim Plants here briefly. And, Tim, I got to say, how close was that first down run for Kinsey, or the fourth down run, rather, that came up just short?
But he thought he saw it right away, so he didn't ask for a measurement, but I thought there should have been one. It was pretty close.
And you get a good view in this drive coming down here. Indian Valley defensive backs doing a heck of a lot better job this time on pushing up into the receivers, not really letting a whole bunch of open space down the field.
Yeah, they're doing a great job. So, Taft's quarterback's having to scramble a lot more and try and find something open. Indian Valley.
Thank you for that, Tim. As we roll on here out of this Cush Financial Group timeout, 23 seconds to go here on the first half. Coming up, it will be your First National Bank of Denison halftime report. We'll see if we can catch up with head coach Matt Lancaster for the Indian Valley Braves heading into the halftime break. We'll bring you some stats on what has been a wild first half from Columbus. So now, 2 wide receivers either side of the formation. Torbert is going to be in the shotgun. Remember, Taft has no timeouts remaining. Back to pass is Torbert. Steps up in the pocket, delivers towards the sideline into the hands of his receiver again. A nice catch there, and that will pick up about 8 up to the 32-yard line.
Yeah, they've run that play like 3 plays in a row right here. I don't know if they're trying to set Indian Valley up to maybe get somebody to try to gamble right there, a little pump fake, and then the receiver turn up the field. But they've ran that same play 3 plays in a row now.
So now, shotgun again. Torbert back to pass. Gets a little pressure, steps up in the pocket. He's going to run. Hunter Peterman stiff-armed and dropped to the ground, but Riker Williams will grab him and pull him down at the 29. Clock will continue to roll. Taft is not going to get a snap off with 5 seconds showing. They're going to try to hustle back to the line. 3, 2, and 1, and that will do it for our first half of action from historic Crews Stadium. The Senators lead 20-15. Indian Valley, though, comes back from a 14-0 deficit, as Tim is going to see if he can find head coach Matt Lancaster. Looks like Tim does have coach down there on the field.
I do have coach. Coach, great first half back and forth action. What's the halftime message going to be going in here?
Well, we're settling down a little bit, so now we got the ball coming out in the second half. We got to take advantage of. Finally, defense is finally getting some stops, and we're catching up to their speed. Offense, we got to block things right up front and fix a couple things to come out and take advantage in the first drive and third quarter.
Good luck, coach.
Thank you for that, Tim, and thanks to head coach Matt Lancaster for his time. 20-15. We got a good ball game going from Columbus as Indian Valley trails Taft. The winner will go on to the state championship, and you are now locked into the First National Bank of Denison halftime report. Stick around. We got stats and insights from that first half, and then we'll get you second half action here at 99.9 and at WTUZ.com. The high school playoffs live right here with Big Z Sports.
Want to stay warm in your vehicle this winter? Call the Remote Start Pros at Cartoons and Accessories in New Philly. With over 15,000 units installed over 18 years in the market, Cartoons in-car experts have the expertise to get the job done right. Cartoons carries a full assortment of remote starts that give you any desired range needed to warm up your car from anywhere. We also do diesel vehicles as well as standard shift vehicles. So don't delay. Call Cartoons today and schedule an appointment to stay warm all winter long. Cartoons at 517 West High Avenue in New Philly. 330-339-2006. Be there.
Ready to unleash your inner champion? At T County Boxing Academy in New Philadelphia, we're not just about throwing punches. We're about building confidence, discipline, and strength. Whether you're stepping into the ring for the first time or looking to sharpen your skills, our expert coaches are here to guide you every step of the way. Train like a pro, fight like a champ. T County Boxing Academy, where champions are made. Sign up today and start your journey to greatness.
Hi, this is Zarek with Dover Philly Heating and Cooling. How healthy is the air you breathe? When air quality outside is bad, you can breathe easy inside your home with air purifiers, high-quality air filtration, and other fine products from Dover Philly Heating and Cooling. We are your local trained comfort specialists in downtown Dover, providing 24-hour emergency service since 1981. For all your home comfort needs, call us at 330-343-5511. We look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.
The Tuscarawas County dairy farmers want you to know that low-fat chocolate milk is a great choice for student athletes and hard workers. It provides the nutrition needed after practices, games, or a hard day at work, and it tastes great. Low-fat chocolate milk is packed with carbohydrates for energy, proteins to repair muscles, fluids to rehydrate, plus vitamins and minerals to help build strong bones and bodies. It's the official beverage of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Tuscarawas County Dairy Farmers. Farms, family, food.
Hi, this is Jan McInturf. The past 30 years, the residents in and around the Tuscarawas County have made the call to the realtors and staff of McInturf Realty for buying and selling of residential and commercial properties. We truly live in a great community, and in all of those communities, there is nothing better than high school sports. For myself and all the agents and staff at McInturf Realty, we would like to wish all the area athletes good luck this season. And make the call to McInturf Realty, 330-364-SOLD, or find us online at McInturfRealty.net.
Fall brings cool evenings, football games, and weekend camping. Muskingum Watershed Conservancy District has the perfect way to recharge after a long week at work. A place to sit around a campfire making s'mores and relax as you watch the snapping and flickering flames dancing under the moonlight. Choose a campsite at Atwood or Tappan Lake Park for your fall weekend getaways. Camping is the perfect way to spend an evening under the stars with family and friends. For more information, visit mwcd.org.
Wendy's new breakfast 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles let you create your own delicious combo. Choose from a sausage biscuit, egg and cheese biscuit, small seasoned potatoes, and a medium hot coffee. But it's obvious which combo's the best. Sausage biscuit and small seasoned potatoes. Well, maybe it's the fresh cracked egg and cheese biscuit with a medium hot coffee. Or 2 savory sausage biscuits. Whichever you pick, you can't go wrong. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles.
Limited time only. U.S. price and participation may vary. Not valid in a combo. Single item at regular price.
The Sarchone name has always been known for truck sales. And once you see our inventory, you'll understand why. At Sarchone, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Dalton, you'll find the largest selection of new trucks and SUVs in the area. Shop our inventory at sarchonecdjr.com or stop in and visit us on the corner of Route 30 and Route 94 in Dalton. Sarchone, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Get your own at Sarchone.
Gillen Body Shop knows that when their business is needed, it's never planned and it can cause quite the inconvenience. That's why Gillen Body Shop makes the process as easy as possible for their customers by making sure the work is completed right the first time. Gillen Body Shop has experienced staff that give all completed work a 100% guarantee. So when those unplanned repairs to your vehicle are needed, there's only one choice. Gillen Body Shop on Cary Avenue in New Philadelphia. Find them on Facebook.
All the talks we've had over the years, including what you've told me about not using alcohol and other drugs, they stick with me. And believe it or not, they really do make a difference, especially at times that matter most.
Hey, want a drink?
No thanks, I'm good. So thank you, Dad, for talking and preparing me for what's ahead.
Thank you for talking.
For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov
or go to empowertus.com.
Back to the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio, and it's the First National Bank of Denison halftime report live from historic Crew Stadium here in Columbus, where the Taft Senators lead the Indian Valley Braves 20-15. In what can only be described, Shannon, as a wild first half of action. Taft takes the opening kickoff back to the house, and then it is a touchdown for the Senators after that on their first offensive possession. Since then, the Indian Valley defense tightening up a little bit, and the Indian Valley offense helping things out as they get the 2 touchdowns on the board. The biggest concern right now, if you're a Braves fan, has to be where your defense is going to be here in this second half. We did make mention that it seemed like Taft, kind of gassing out on the defensive side of the ball, but offensively, it's high-powered. There's just been a couple untimely mistakes for them that's limited them to those 20 points.
Yeah, the Taft defense gassed out a little bit there, and Indian Valley had their way and pushed down the field, but then they come up with 2 big stops when they had to after Indian Valley would force them out. And when this game started at the 2-minute and 30-second mark, off the clock, Indian Valley was down 14-0. Everybody in the stadium on the Indian Valley side.
You could feel the breath leave.
Yeah, it was quiet, and then the Indian Valley offense come out and did what they did. But like you said, their defense is what really kept them in this game in the second quarter. They did what they had to do right there, and they got a big stop right here before the half. So now, like you said, they'll come out after half with the ball and see what they can do.
A little bit different look defensively for Indian Valley since the start of the game. Normally we only see the 4 linemen rushing, and then everyone kind of drops back, settles into his zone, finds a space to try to eliminate passing lanes. They're bringing in some late pressure or some pressure right at the snap, and we'll see how Taft kind of responds to that too, because they look like they had some question marks as to how to handle that late in the first half.
Yeah, Indian Valley there in the second quarter looked like they started bringing more pressure up the middle, and that closed the running lanes, and the running back and the quarterback couldn't get to those running lanes that they were getting to in the first quarter that gave them all that success. Now the quarterback was able to scramble a little bit, was able to hit some quick out passes, and which Indian Valley might have been, playing a little bit of prevent defense right there before the half. They're just trying to keep them out of the end zone. But both coaching staffs got some big adjustments to make here in the second half, and we'll have to see if the weather or the fatigue comes into play for either team.
Well, the yardage marks, at least for as much as I've been able to keep up with it, I'll have to apologize if it's off a little bit, but I have Taft for 181 to Indian Valley's 115, which is interesting when you look at the scoreboard. For the most part, we have said that Grady Kinsey's kind of been bottled up a little bit for the Braves. He's still got 13 carries for 58 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, really the only time that Taft has been able to bottle him up here in the second quarter was when they would do the direct snap wildcat run. They pretty much would just spy him and knew where he was going, because if it's a direct snap to Grady Kinsey, he's not going to hand it off to Riker Williams.
Or he's not going to go back and throw.
Yeah, and Riker Williams was the lead block, and he wasn't able to get the secure the block, and guys would fill the hole real quick. And it's just, I think you got to go back to putting the ball in Riker's hand and letting Riker decide if he's going to give it to Kinsey or if he's going to pull it, and then go from there.
Well, the passing game for the Braves has been basically non-existent. 0 for 2 for Williams so far, with an interception on his first throw of the game, but he has 10 carries for 57 yards, and that's it. Those are your 2 yardage gainers so far for Indian Valley. You've got Williams, you've got Kinsey. Nobody else has really touched the ball.
No, and we said coming in this game that we thought Taft, they would key on Kinsey and they would key on Williams. So there you go. Those are the 2 guys that's got all the carries. What does Coach Lancaster here do in the second half? Do you come out and you try to hit that little tight end seam that they do with Jackson Bircher? Do you hit a little flare out to Eric Golder with a screen pass or something? You got to try to get somebody else involved to get the Taft defense to bring the pressure off the center of the line.
Well, what has been very interesting, though, is we've seen them dial that up a few times in this first half. The passing lanes simply haven't been there. Or do you think it's more of hesitancy, considering the grand stage that you're on?
Well, I mean, if you look at the height of the Taft players, when Riker's stepping back, if that defensive line is getting penetration with the height, you got guys out there that are 6'3", 6'4", Anger was a 6'7". When those guys are coming at you, Riker's not going to be able to get the ball over their head, so you got to roll him out of the pocket a little bit. Problem was is they rolled him to the left. He's a right-handed thrower. He couldn't get his body squared up to make the throw, and so he tried to shift his position. That's when he got dropped for the 14-yard loss. And then the other play, it just fell apart so fast they didn't even have a chance to develop it because Taft brought the whole house.
Yeah, we'll have to see what the Indian Valley offense does for this second half. Now on the defensive side of things, you struggled there early on. It looked like Taft was going to be able to make this a track day and just go all over the field. Then you buckled down a little bit. Do you think it's been that pressure, or do you think the Indian Valley secondary has responded?
I think the Indian Valley secondary has did a job, and they've stepped up to wherever the defensive line have also got a better job. They've got to the quarterback faster to where the defensive backs was able to contain long enough for the quarterback. He's like, well, I'm in trouble now. I don't have a throw. I got to start moving. And the Indian Valley linebackers have done a nice job making him run side to side, and they're able to get the tackles. The problem is sometimes they're moving too fast and they're over pursuing. He's stopping on a dime and you're flying by him. We seen it one time that Eric Golder had a clean shot at him on 4th down, hit him and never wrapped him up. He just bounced off of him, and they got that big play down the sideline. Those are the plays you got to watch for. That quarterback is very electrifying, and he can make something out of nothing.
Yeah, well, we'll go ahead and step aside here briefly. When we return, we'll talk a little bit more about that Senators offense and what it was able to do in this first half. Stick around, because after your First National Bank of Denison halftime report, we've got second half action out of the Division IV state semifinals here from historic Crew Stadium. You're locked in live at 99.9 and at WTUZ.com.
This is Brian Williams, commercial lender with the First National Bank of Denison. The day you decided to open your business, you planted the seed. As your roots become stronger, the First National Bank of Denison is here to help your business grow. Strong businesses make strong communities, and because we live, work, and raise our families here, your business benefits us all. Whether you need more space, equipment, or inventory, come see us today for your next business loan. We are a local bank with local decision makers, and your success is our greatest reward. At the First National Bank of Denison, we have our roots where others have their branches. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
This is RJ Jacobs from DAC Vitamins and Minerals. Did you know that DAC Vitamins and Minerals has more than 40 proven equine supplements that include daily multivitamins, joint, digestion, reproduction and fertility, calming, and many other specialty products? DAC also carries a complete line of livestock products called DAC Show Contender. Feed DAC Vitamins and Minerals to get the competitive edge in the show pen. We've been feeding champions since 1983.
I
I'm Zach Motice with the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. For all your auto, home, farm, and business insurance needs, contact our team at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. Or stop in and see us at one of our 3 locations in downtown New Philadelphia, Sugar Creek, or in Strasburg, providing excellent service to the Tuscarawas Valley since 1885. Everyone here at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency would like to wish all area athletes good luck this season.
Novelis, the world leader in aluminum rolling and recycling, is searching for you. Current openings include continuous improvement specialist, mechanical engineers, automation engineers, electrical engineers, electricians, mechanics, and maintenance workers. Novelis offers industry-leading pay and benefits. To learn more, go to novelis.com/careers and search for Urixville. That's novelis.com/careers and search for Urixville.
Welcome back into your First National Bank of Denison halftime report. Taft leads Indian Valley 20-15, and the Senators really started this game off with one heck of a offensive show, but on top of that, a special team show as well as Armand Seals takes the opening kickoff back. Oh, what was your guess, Shannon? 75 yards or so to the house. And then on offense, it seemed like everything was going to be smooth sailing, but they've hit a little bit of a roadblock as they got later on into the second half. Overall, it has been mostly on the ground for them, as the leading ball carrier for them is actually Najaya Hill, the junior wide receiver. Some of those sweeps and some of those motions on pitches and stuff out of the flex bone, it's really been getting him some open space. I've got him down for 6 carries for 63 yards. Then you've got Monsana Torbert, who's got 6 carries for 56 yards, 10 carries for 47 then for the big man in the middle in Aaron Dowdle, the 220-pound senior running back. That has been most of what we've seen. In terms of the passing game, not a ton for Taft overall. They've had a couple big plays that have set up. They just never came to fruition.
Yeah, like I said, there for a while I thought the offense was going to go through Dowdle, however you say his name. Dowdle. But the Indian Valley Braves was able to finally start closing those holes. He's typically their runner between the tackles, and the Braves did an outstanding job stopping him. So then they started to stretch the field a little bit, had some success stretching the field, and now the Braves have found a way to stop that. And it's going to come down to Torbert, what he can do with the ball. If they're you're kind of wondering if they're eventually going to come out and try to spread the ball out a little bit and try to maybe throw it a little bit more to see if they can catch Indian Valley, slacking a little bit, because Indian Valley is such a run-heavy defense. To if Torbert and the coaching staff for Taft tries to burn them on a deep one, but right now it's kind of been a chess match between these two coaches.
Well, what has been interesting is what Indian Valley, what you expected them to scheme for was that spread offense in the past. They've had more success when they're defending that. Now, when it comes to more of the power running approach for Taft, though, something that they might not have been quite as prepared for, that's where the success has been. So you really have an interesting double-edged sword here. Do you go back to what has been working, or do you go back to what you know?
I think if you're Indian Valley, you got to keep bringing the pressure on defense. But I think if you're Taft, you got to come out and maybe try to start the game or start the second half the way you started the game, and see if you can get them on those little quick, runs to the outside, stretch them a little bit and use your speed. Everything that they scored on and moved the ball on, they got outside of the tackles and spread the Indian Valley defense. And Indian Valley just didn't have enough speed in the linebacker position to make them run, horizontal like they have in the past. This is a very fast team. They haven't faced anybody this fast all season. There's nobody with that kind of speed. Dover has a couple kids that are fast, but it's 1 kid or 2 kids. With this Taft team, it's 5 kids. So you got to try to control that speed. And so it's going to be interesting to see what Taft does offensively, and if Indian Valley comes out and decides to keep bringing the pressure.
Well, and on top of that, what's been interesting is Drayden Pavey early on. We were mentioning his name time and time again in the pregame, and early on in the game he was making tackles left and right. He was blowing up his blockers who were in front of him. Now Indian Valley almost seems to have figured out a little bit something to kind of account for him in that run game. Not exactly sure how they're doing it, but Pavey's name has been called a lot less here in this, at least in the second quarter.
Yeah, one thing with Pavey, I think the coach has got to get under control. He had a point to prove when they started the game with those blocks, and he was blocking kids 15, 20 yards down the field. Really, there's no reason for that. You're just wearing yourself out. And that's what happened to him in the second quarter. He kind of got tired. He was one of the kids I pointed out that's like, listen, they're getting tired. He was standing there with his hands on his hips a lot. And then Indian Valley didn't have to work hard to block you. All they had to do was get in position and contain you, and the running back was running through the hole. So he was burning a lot of extra energy pushing kids 15 yards out of the way. when, really you only got to go 2 or 3 yards for your running back, but you were trying to, insert dominance and try to push somebody around, and I think it cost him a little bit in the second quarter.
Very well could have. Well, we'll have to wait and see what the second half has in store. As a reminder, this is the First National Bank of Denison Halftime Report. We're wrapping that up. As a reminder, with you being tuned in at 99.9 and at WTUZ.com, following this broadcast, we will be able to bring you our YouTube replay, unable to live stream, of course, tonight, but our full replay will be available on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel. Want to give a big thank you to another sponsor who has jumped on for this broadcast in Kinsey Excavating. Be sure to check them out sometime out there in Sharon Valley for any of your excavating or trucking needs on top of that.
Yeah, Kinsey Excavating is one of the leading excavating companies in our area, and they're always supporting high school sports in our area, so support the businesses that support your kids.
Absolutely. Well, stick around because when we come back, second half action from historic Crew Stadium is on the way, and the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio. Want to give a big shout out to both Tim Plants and as well as Daniel Adams, who are braving the elements for us. Tim will be heading back down there. He came up to the press box to get warm, and I don't blame him. Daniel did too, though. Can't just throw Tim under the bus.
When I seen him coming up here, I hid my Swedish fish around the corner right here. Ain't nobody getting on my Swedish fish.
I haven't heard any lip smacking through this early part of the broadcast, so that's good.
I've been saving it for commercials. I'm trying to be professional tonight.
That's exactly what we'd expect out of Shannon. Stick around. 20-15, Taft leads Indian Valley. We got a good one brewing here from Columbus. Big Z Sports will return after this.
TMK Valley Propane is embracing remote tank monitors. Are you tired of going outside to check your propane tank or forget to order your propane on time? TMK Valley Propane now provides reliable remote tank monitoring technology. Let TMK Valley Propane take the worry away, provide timely delivery, and never run out of propane again. Thank you for your trust in TMK Valley Propane.
All the way with TMK, service with a personal touch.
This is Jordan Hartzler. At Hartzler's Quality Housing, our goal is to help customers achieve the dream of home ownership. We have been a family-owned, affordable housing business for over 40 years. We value our customers and have the knowledge and experience to help you walk through the home buying process from start to finish.
Conveniently located just off I-77 in New Philadelphia, stop by and browse their model homes or learn more by visiting hartzlers.com.
Are you neglecting your building's fifth wall? Did you know something as simple as a clogged drain can lead to a destructive roof leak? Protect your business assets with WM Commercial Roofing's Umbrella Care program. This program will provide you with regular maintenance surveys and repairs to extend the life of your roof. Invest in your business with our top quality materials, advanced techniques, and skilled craftsmanship. Are you ready for a reliable partnership? Visit our website, wmcommercialroofing.com, and follow us on Facebook and Instagram to learn more.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
In the rolling hills of Holmes County, we tend to do things a bit differently. At Kime, we're in the business of uncommon experiences, and we're here to care for your project like we care for our own. We believe that quality matters and want to help you get it right the first time, because your project deserves it. So visit Kime Home Center, your source and destination for all things home, building, and woodworking. Kime, built on trust since 1911.
Back into the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio. It is 20-15. The Senators leading the Braves. It's a Division IV semifinal clash. These two sides represent the winners of Region 15 and Region 16. They will go on to take on the winner of the other state semifinal going on between Perkins and Glenville. Last time we heard it was Perkins who was leading 10-2 over the Tar Blooders out of Glenville. So we'll wait and see who is the team that the winner of this ball game does play. And, of course, coming out of this halftime break, You're going to learn a lot, I think, Shannon, about how this second half is going to go, considering Indian Valley starts off with the ball. And once again, the old adage that head coach Matt Lancaster has about wanting this second half kickoff, it could pay dividends again.
Yeah, he's always said since the 9 years that I've covered this team standing on the sideline for Big Z Sports, he's always said that to him the most important drive is the first drive of the second half, and that's why he always wants the ball. Last couple weeks he didn't win the coin toss, but the other teams they want to keep Grady Kinsey off the field, so they take the ball and they just play right into Coach Lancaster's hands.
Now we're going to see defensively what Taft does, because they have been hard-hitting all game long. They're fast to the ball, but they have shown a tendency, as Shannon had been pointing out, to gas a little bit early on, and that's not something that you can necessarily fix immediately.
No, I mean, especially in this weather, because if you're getting gassed and as cold as it is, sometimes it gets a little harder to breathe when it's cold like this, and you're trying to open your lungs up to get some air, and you're sucking all that cold air in, and it's just heavy. And we'll see. They should be all right coming out after half. They got a nice little break in there. They got warm, got plenty of fluids in them, and we're going to see what kind of adjustments that either teams make right here.
The two deep men who will be back for Indian Valley are Kyler Vosick and Eric Golder. Last time, they did not get a chance to return the kickoff as it went back through the end zone. So we'll see if that is a similar case here. Special teams, Shannon, because we've already seen how that's paying dividends for Taft. Part of the reason that they are up right now is that kickoff return to start off the game. I'm sure Indian Valley wouldn't mind to get another one back on the board that way.
Yeah, and, that's just special teams plays is kind of sometimes is what sets the tone. And we'll give you a quick Bear Carpet 1 scoreboard update, as the winner of this game will play the winner of Sandusky Perkins and Glenville in the Division IV state championship. And at the half, Perkins leads Glenville 13-8.
All right, so that game tightening up a little bit. We'll have to keep an eye on that as the night rolls on. It will be Bird who has going to put his foot into it, and we are underway with the second half in the state semifinals. Upman grabs it at the 30 for Indian Valley, lowers his shoulder, and goes down at about the 38-yard line. So that's where the Braves offense will take over. It has been the Riker Williams and Grady Kinsey show in that entire first half. The only ball carriers for the Braves so far, and the only ones who have racked up yards. We'll see if Indian Valley tries to draw something else up to get it in their hands of their other playmakers.
Yeah, as Indian Valley come out and just do what they do right here with the same formations that they've done all game long and all season long, and just go with the Williams and Kinsey show, or do they try to catch them off guard right here?
They'll split two wide receivers either side of the formation. Bircher lines up as a fullback up. Williams wants a play change. He'll get it from the sideline. Kinsey's going to line up as the running back beside him. Snap goes back. Direct snap to Kinsey. Stutter steps up the middle. Not much room. He does lunge forward, and it looks like he will grab a couple, maybe a gain of about 3 or 4 there as he goes up to the 43.
Yeah, just another one of those plays right there. As soon as the direct snap went to Kinsey and they seen him coming to the right, everybody on the left side of the defense just collapsed that way, but ended up turning it into about a 5-yard gain.
2nd down and 6 is upcoming. Ball will sit at the Indian Valley 43-yard line. All year long, for the most part, we've seen Indian Valley kind of dominate competition. They had the 2 tight ones against the Dover Crimson Tornadoes and the Garraway Pirates. They responded well in those. How do they respond trailing at the halftime break in this one? Kellen Coates is in the ballgame. He motions from right to left as a tight end. Williams lines up beside Kinsey. Fake to Eric Golder on the sweep. Williams straight up the gut. Not much room there. He'll go down at about the 46-yard line. Does inch him closer for 3rd and short.
Yeah, somebody come in right there. Was able to take his legs out on him pretty quick. Looked like it was number 30 down there, Bryce Brewster.
Brewster with a nice tackle. It brings up a 3rd down and 3. Coates will check out of the ball game. Colt James will bring in your play call. Got to say again, a huge tip of the cap to the amount of fans for the Indian Valley faithful that traveled all the way down here to Columbus to see this showdown. It's a 22,000-seat stadium, but they did a good job in putting as many as they could on their sideline. Shotgun. Williams, direct read off the left side. Lead block from Kinsey. Cut back inside. Tries to drive forward. His momentum got stopped. He's at the 49. It is very close. And it looks like
they're going to give it to him.
They are going to give a federal first down as Williams rumbles forward for a gain of 3. And that's just power smash mouth football. The Taft sideline is not happy.
Yeah, they had him stopped, but he spun around and he dove forward, and he kind of just fell flat when he fell. When the ball, they gave him where the ball was spotted at because of, they couldn't tell where his knee went down at. They just went where the ball come down at, and, good spot for Indian Valley.
So ball almost right at the midfield stripe. 1st and 10. 3 wide receivers stacked out wide left. Shotgun, Williams, Kinsey to the right. Tight end on that side of the formation as well. Direct snap to Kinsey. He'll look left, goes up the middle, and lowers his shoulder right into Pavey, falls forward, and he'll get up to about the 47-yard line. That was a pickup that time of 4 yards, and that might have been a little bit of a statement run for Kinsey, who goes right after the big defensive tackle for Taft.
You know, and that's what you got to do right now. You can't try to dance at the line of scrimmage because they are very big and very strong up front for Taft. So what you got to do is you just got to run right at them, and hopefully you get the leverage and the advantage, and that time Kinsey won.
Actually, they gave him a gain of 5 that time, so it's 2nd down and 5. We've been seeing Kinsey kind of been more patient, hesitant up the middle, but that time it was all just shoulder pads forward. 2 running backs in the backfield. Kinsey's going to line up as your quarterback. It goes directly to him, straight up the middle, cutback lane, up the gut. He'll go to about the 43-yard line. Nice pickup again. That one's 3 yards, but it will bring up 3rd down and short again.
Yeah, right now it's just Wildcat with Grady Kinsey and the referee, the officials called for a timeout right there. Not sure what they called for the timeout for.
I think they had a player go off to the sideline, bring somebody else in. Not sure, maybe blood on the jersey or something like that.
Well, sometimes if you watch, some of the Taft players like to put pull their pants up above their knees like they do in the pros. But that's illegal in high school football. Not illegal, but you're just not allowed to do that.
A massive 3rd down and 2 upcoming. Williams is back in the shotgun. Kinsey to his right. Fullback in the formation is Bircher. Kinsey straight up the gut. He's got a federal first down. He breaks across the 40, breaking free, and down to the 30-yard line. A pickup of 13 for Kinsey, and Indian Valley driving the ball right down the field.
Yeah, I mean, how many other programs where you see where they line the quarterback up beside the running back and he just does nothing but is a lead blocker? I mean, that's a testament to how strong Riker Williams is as a sophomore quarterback.
A 13-yard pickup, and right now, by my count, the 2nd longest run of the ball game for Kinsey. Indian Valley wanted to set the tone early in this second half. They've done a decent job so far. How did the Senators respond? 2 wide receivers either side of the formation. 2 running backs stacked in the backfield again with Williams. Direct snap. Kinsey, it's low. He has to pull it up at his own 35. Crosses the line of scrimmage. Breaks 1 tackle, and he'll go up to about the 25-yard line. Another 5-yard carry in what could have been disaster.
Yeah, nice job by Kinsey right there. He didn't worry about where everybody was at. The ball come rolling back to him. He secured the ball first, picked it up, and made a nice cut to the right side, found the hole, and got what he could out of it.
They actually only gave him a 4-yard gain. They marked him back at the 26 where his knees went down. Still, to get that 4-yard gain, we thought it could have been a 5-yard loss, is a positive move in the right direction for Indian Valley. They'll break the huddle. They'll send Golder out left. James, right side. 2 running backs stacked in the backfield with Williams. It's Bircher and Kinsey. Direct snap. Kinsey, left side. Williams throwing a lead block. Not much there. Maybe a 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd down and medium.
Yeah, nice job by Taft right there. They just read the keys. They seen where it was going. Everybody just crashed right there. Linebackers come up and close the holes pretty quick, and they weren't able to get to the second level guys and secure the blocks.
3rd down and 5 upcoming. 7 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter. The Braves have already chewed 5 minutes of this clock, but they are facing their toughest 3rd down so far. James, far side. 2 wide receivers near side. Golder's in the slot. Pacine, near side closest to us. Pistol. Williams lines up in front of Kinsey. Williams will bark out orders to his offensive line. Claps once. It's a hard count. Taft doesn't flinch. Play fake. Goes to under the flat there to Bircher. Tries to cut back at the 20. He'll get some room. Pushes forward, and he'll get to the 17. It's a federal first down, and it is into the Jeff Wallach LLC red zone. That little quick strike to the tight end.
Yeah, nice job by Bircher right there, but he almost fumbled at the ball. He tried to make a cutback, and somebody hit him. The ball rolled around to his side. He was able to trap it on his hip. He went down, and one of his players actually come in. When he went down, he kind of helped jump on him to make sure the ball didn't come out right there.
The first completion for Williams and the first reception for a Brave receiver. James out to the left side. I form. Williams under center. Takes the snap. Left side. Kinsey up the middle. Pushes off of his own blocker. Goes forward. He'll fall down at about the 13-yard line. Make it the 14-yard line, rather. Pickup of 3.
Yeah, he was actually stopped after about a 1-yard gain, but whoever the man was for Taft that tackled him kind of wrapped his arms around him at the waist and pushed him forward a couple yards.
This is the classic situation of who wants it more in these situations. Kinsey still grinding him out. We've seen him with some big chunk runs all season long. Taft has bottled him up a little bit more, but still, you got to imagine that initial contact. You might as well go with Kinsey most of the time. Senators have got the better of him a few times. Williams was going under center for I-form, and he'll get a play change. He'll bark it out. Takes the snap. Left side. Lead block from Bircher. Kinsey's up the hole. He'll break off one tackle, and he will get down to the 10-yard line. Looks like another pickup of 3.
Yeah, that was a hard-fought 3 right there. He got to the second level, but nice job by the Taft linebackers to stand their ground right there and wasn't able to be pushed out of the road.
3rd down and 3. We are now at 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Braves have killed 7 minutes of this clock already, which we said ball control and tempo in this second half might be your key.
Yeah, Indian Valley has got to find a way right now to get a first down. This is 4-down territory for Indian Valley. They're going for it on 4th down. So you at least don't want to get stopped in the backfield right here.
It's 3rd down here as Williams is in the shotgun. Kinsey to his right. Direct read, right side. Kinsey up the gut at the 5. He's still pushing, breaks free, and he's in. Riker Williams ran over a linebacker in the middle of the field and took it in from 10 yards out. And the Indian Valley Braves, for the first time tonight, take the lead in the state Final Four out of Division IV.
Yeah, they went so much right there with Grady Kinsey running the ball, that Riker Williams stuck it in his gut for a second. He pulled it out. He just flat ran somebody over and into the end zone right there to give Indian Valley the lead.
And did you notice on the initial contact, everybody kind of stopped because they thought Williams was bottled up. He spun out of it, and he found pay dirt. Braves are going to go for 2. They lead 21-20 in the Division IV state semifinal. They're going to go pistol, 2 wide receivers either side. Golder's lined up as a wing. Bircher's fullback, play fake, Kinsey, end around, Golder looking for room. There's nothing going to be there, but he breaks free for a second, but he'll get dropped at the 6. Nowhere to go on that one. Taft was ready. Timeout on the field. It's a Cush Financial Group timeout. Braves lead the Senators 21-20. Big Z Sports is back after this.
When you think pizza, think Amici's Pizza with locations in West Lafayette and Canadian-Hutton. Amici's Pizza offers you your favorite traditional pizzas, as well as specialty pizzas, subs, wings, and salads. Everything from the dough to the sauce is made fresh daily. There's just something different about a pizza from Amici's. Try one today in West Lafayette or Canadian-Hutton. Big city taste for a small city price. Learn more. Find Amici's on Facebook.
Lutz Body and Paint, located at 7573 Wolf's Crossing Road in Canadian-Hutton, is there for you when a never-planned auto collision repair is needed. Lutz Body and Paint performs the auto body and painting services needed to get your vehicle back to looking showroom new in a timely manner at a reasonable price and provides free estimates. Lutz Body and Paint is a proud supporter of the Indian Valley School District and wishes best of luck to the Braves athletes participating in tonight's game.
Welcome back to historic Crew Stadium. Almost time for a Cartoons of New Philadelphia kickoff. I want to give a big thank you to Commercial and Savings Bank for jumping on for today's broadcast of high school football in Z Country. We'll check in with Tim here momentarily after this kickoff. James is lined up very close to the ball. We've already seen what happens when they kick it deep. It's going to be an onside. It bounces around. A Taft player might have touched it. Braves are scrambling for it. So is Taft. Who was the one who grabbed it?
I think Taft got it.
It did go off of the gunner for Indian Valley's hands, and it will go into the Senators' hands at the 44, the Indian Valley 44. It is going to be great field position. The officials are actually talking about it. I think they're talking if they want to throw a flag or not for illegal touching. Well, because I don't know if a Braves player touched it first.
I think the Taft player come running up and went after the ball, and he hit it, and that made it go back towards Indian Valley.
So we'll see what the call is. It looks like it is going to be Taft ball down to the sideline, brought to you by Hampshire Insurance. Tim Plants, a 7-minute and 20-second drive for Indian Valley, just what the doctor ordered.
Definitely. That's always something that Coach Lancaster talks about coming out of the third quarter. That first drive in the third quarter is the most important drive. They took a lot of time off the clock and executed. That's what you want to see if you're an Indian Valley fan.
Certainly do. As the Braves faithful, you hear behind Tim getting into this ball game. Their team leads 21-20. Torbert is going to go back under center. He'll turn, hand it off. Dowdle looking for room. Absolutely nowhere to go. He is grabbed, and he is dropped maybe after a gain of 1. There was never a hole that developed.
No, and they did an outstanding job right there. For some reason, Eric Golder dove on the pile late, and he's got to watch doing that right there. If that whistle was blown, which we can't hear up there, and he dives on the pile, they'll get him for unnecessary roughness.
And it looks like we actually have a player down here. It's going to be an official's timeout for injury, and we will go ahead and keep it right here as he is back up, so that is a good sign. It is one of the offensive linemen for Taft who will now jog off the field.
Looks like 2 offensive linemen are going to come off the field.
2 offensive linemen will go off. 75 and 72. It looks like it is Javiante Taylor and Jameer St. Clair.
75 is going to go back on. 72 was the one that was hurt.
Well, Taylor is your starting center, which could be an interesting situation there. Hopefully you get him back out on the field here shortly. Indian Valley's doing wholesale changes as well. We got players running to both sidelines all over the place. 2nd down and 9. Clock started again. Torbert is going to go under center. 2 wings out to the right. 1 running back is Dowdle. Torbert fumbles the snap. Now he has to look for room. He goes up the middle. He is grabbed from the side. Indian Valley's ripping at the ball. He will go down, and that was a disastrous snap.
Outstanding job by Eric Golder right there. He bobbled the ball. Golder ran in there and jumped on him, and he almost got away from him. He would have got away from Golder right there. There was nobody there to bring him down, and Golder was able to hold on to him until he got help.
3rd down and 9 now. Big 3rd down for Taft as head coach Taylor Williams is bringing in the play call. The Indian Valley sideline coming alive again. Braves need a stop. They lead by 1 in the state Final Four. Torbert is going to go under center. Same formation as the previous play. Takes the snap, rolls right. He's just going to look to run it. He goes to the edge. He's got no room. Caden Riggs has him.
Actually, Jackson Bircher got to him.
It was Jackson Bircher who brought him down, getting a little help from Vosick.
But what set that play up was Riker Williams out there, took on 3 blockers and was able to make them go horizontal with him, and he had nowhere to go. And Jackson Bircher caught him from behind, got him down, and like I said, Vosick was able to come in and help him. So big 4th down right here for Taft.
It was a loss of 1, and they're back to the original line of scrimmage. 4th down and 10. Williams is telling Torbert the play call. Looks like they are going to want to go for it.
They're down to 8 seconds on the play clock.
Taft hurrying. Senators trying to get set. 3, 2, and 1. They just get the snap off. Torbert rolls left. Pressure up the middle. Still looking for room. Wants to throw. Is hit from behind. Ball is rolling free. It goes out of bounds. Indian Valley ball. It will be at the Braves 46. Thought it was an incomplete pass. They're going to say it was a fumble, and that puts Indian Valley in plus territory.
Outstanding job by Indian Valley. The officials are talking about it right now.
Regardless, it will be Braves ball on a turnover on downs or a fumble, and they're moving the chains to the 46, Shannon. Braves setting up in positive territory.
Indian Valley bringing the pressure. That's what they got to do all night long. Taft didn't want to burn a timeout right there. They took the snap with 1 second. It was so close to a delay of game, but the Indian Valley Braves took that to their advantage right there, and come through there and did an outstanding job when pursuing the quarterback.
And who was in that pursuit again? It was Riker Williams again.
So Frank comes in there and causes problems.
I-form, Williams turns, Kinsey up the middle, nowhere, as he'll get dropped at the 45. Thought for a second the ball might have come out because there were a whole bunch of players who were diving in that pile, but it is a gain of nothing there. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
I'll tell you what, you got to give it to the Taft defense, because every time that Indian Valley's had a huge defensive stand like that where they've created big problems, and it looks like they're going to be able to get something out of it offensively, the Taft defense seems to feed off of that and get a stop of their own. So Indian Valley's got to come up with something right here to get some yards, get a 1st down, keep that clock churning.
Under 2 minutes to go. Ball is at the 45 of Taft. Indian Valley on offense. In the pistol, it's Williams. Kinsey's behind him. Fake to Kinsey. Throws out flat. Eric Golder is hit from the side by the defensive back. It is dropped. It is an incomplete pass.
It was actually
Rowan Pacine.
Rowan Pacine, and that ball went high, and Pacine took one right in the rib cage.
Pacine jumps right back up and will walk towards the sideline, but now it's 3rd down and 10. Oh, you could see it coming as Williams maybe put a little extra air under that, and Pacine was leveled from the side.
And the thing is, the defensive back played so far back, but the ball went through the air that Pacine had to go up to catch it, and then he just got cleaned. And not sure that he would have got much out of that unless the defensive back missed the tackle, but now Indian Valley's got to find a way to get some big yards right here. 1:36,
they're in the pistol again. Williams, straight drop, wanted to throw to Kinsey. It's covered. Williams out of the pocket, tries to go down the field. He'll step out of one tackler, and he'll be dropped at the line of scrimmage, and that will bring up 4th down as Williams was trying to find his running back, and it was all snuffed out by Taft. They actually give Williams a loss of 1.
Yeah, Williams got tackled right there and went down as he was starting to get back up. A Taft defender come in and pushed an Indian Valley offensive lineman into him and knocked them both down. So luckily for the Taft defender, he didn't get a penalty right there.
Punt time again for the Braves as Colt James will come onto the field. Clock did stop as Williams went out of bounds. 1:28 showing. 1 man back for the Senators. Again, it is number 7 in Isaiah Hill. Colt James puts his right leg into it. It is a wobbly punt. It'll be fielded at the 20 by Hill. It almost got up over his back. He'll go to the right side, look for room. He's at the 30, breaks one tackle, 34, spins around 35, and he is hit by Carter Neff over there and taken down.
It was one of those plays right there. You punted it, and it only turned into about a 10-yard punt after they returned it back.
Take it back. It was Garabrandt who actually made the tackle from the side at the 36-yard line. Taft comes back out on offense, and they'll see what they can dial up. Torbert had been finding running room in that first half. That last drive, he struggled with it. We'll see if he finds some daylight this time. Senators with some late substitutions. Now the Braves do the same. And Torbert's going to line up in the shotgun. 2 wide receivers left, 1 right. 1 running back to his left. Torbert hands it off. Up the middle is the ball carrier, and he's taken down at the 35. It's a loss of 1. Grady Kinsey and Riker Williams make the tackle. It was Hill as Williams comes up a little slow.
Yeah, Williams dove at his feet right there and upended him. And like I said, he got up a little slow right there. Probably took a little stinger on that right arm.
Loss of 1, back to the 35. Those running lanes from the first half, Shannon, have kind of dissipated.
Yeah, that's because Indian Valley's now, they're containing like they're supposed to. Everybody's doing their job, what they're supposed to do, and making them run horizontal.
Torbert rolls right out of the shotgun, delivers towards the sideline, grabbed at the 41, spinning out of a tackle and up to the 44-yard line is the receiver, and now a flag comes in as a player goes into the Indian Valley bench. 2 flags actually flew. We'll see who this ends up being on. I didn't see what happened over there. The officials are discussing.
Yeah, the offensive lineman was the one. I think they're going to get him for an ineligible man downfield, and the offensive lineman, unsportsmanlike penalty, pushing him into the bench. He pushed him 3 yards out of bounds.
Well, that would be a double whammy, and that would be a real problem if you're Taft with a 3rd down upcoming. You had 3rd down and short. We'll see. They're talking to Coach Matt Lancaster, who's nodding his head yes. And if this is the situation, Shannon, this would be a huge moment for Indian Valley. The Taft players are already marching backwards.
Yeah, and I seen it happen. I watched it. I believe it was number 77, and that's what I said in the first half. It's like you're trying to assert dominance by pushing them 15 yards down the field. Well, this one you was an ineligible man downfield, and you kept blocking and just shoved him. He shoved him past the Indian Valley coaches and into the Indian Valley players. So he was good 2.5, 3 yards out of bounds before he finally let go of him.
And it looks like it is going to be a personal foul, which will be accepted by the Braves. And it will push the Taft offense back that much further as the Indian Valley sideline coming alive again, much to the admiration of their team. Now, the interesting thing, Shannon, an ineligible man downfield and then a personal foul after the play, wouldn't both of those be enforceable?
Well, if one is after the play, then yes, you accept both penalties. I seen the one referee give the signal when he came into the pile, but apparently they didn't call that one.
Nope. So they will be at the 20-yard line, and it will bring up 2nd down and 26 now.
Well, they're still standing there talking.
Because I'm just trying to think, if one play it happens during the play and the next is a dead ball foul, that's 25 yards worth of penalties. And it would be, by the way, I said 2nd down. It would be 3rd down because after the play. We'll have to wait and see what the official says here. And now they were going to move Taft back up. I don't know if they have to mark the ball off again. And it is ineligible man. And I think they might be describing what we were talking about, Shannon, that both those penalties could be enforced.
Well, it looks like they're going from the spot.
From the original line of scrimmage, potentially, or the spot of the foul?
Spot of the foul. So it's going to bring up 3rd down. They didn't get him for the ineligible man downfield. They got him for the
personal foul.
Personal foul out of bounds, which would bring up 3rd down. Now, if they would have got him for the ineligible, that would have been a replay of 2nd down.
Which is probably why Coach Lancaster didn't care about the ineligible man downfield. So the ball will be at the 26-yard line, and it will bring up now 3rd down and we'll say 19 maybe. It's going to be Torbert who's going to go back to pass. It's a wide receiver screen left, breaking down the sideline to the 40 and pushed out of bounds. Was the receiver there, and a great job of breaking free and finding some room that time. Looks like making that grab was number 2 in Javion Jarman.
Yeah, Eric Golder come up through there, kind of took a bad angle and was forced to go around the couple players, and but he was able to push him out of bounds. But we've seen what Taft's been able to do on 4th down, and here they go again. So going to be 4th and 6.
A pickup of 14 into the hands of Jarman. 4th down and 6, 23 seconds on the clock in the third quarter. Torbert's in the shotgun, one running back right, straight drop, steps up, delivers, sideline, it's into the hands of the receiver, and he is taken out. It is close, but it's enough for a first federal first down as he's up to the 47.
Yeah, he just ran 2 yards past the sticks, turned around and came back. Indian Valley just kind of gave him that first down because they played so far off, and you had no chance of defending it.
That was Jarman's second reception there. And that one was good for a first down, a big first down in this situation. Clock is running down, and it looks like Taft might try to get a snap off here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. That'll do it for our third quarter. They tried to get the snap off, but it was blown dead. Hold your 4s in the air. Indian Valley leads Taft 21-20, as it is the Braves leading the Senators. And I thought we were going to have our break here for the fourth quarter, but now the officials are talking. It was blown dead, and therefore it will go on to the fourth.
Because people are questioning it. He actually snapped it when there was 1 second left on the clock, and the referees finally come in and killed it.
It's a Cush Financial Group timeout. We'll take 60 seconds. Big Z Sports is back here on your radio dial at 99.9 right after this.
Planning your next vacation or home improvement project and worried about managing expenses? CSB can help with that. Setting a goal is the first step to achieving your vision, and CSB's Money Manager tool helps you get started. Whether you are recovering from Christmas spending or preparing to send kids to college, the Personal Financial Management tool helps you set goals, track your spending, and monitor your progress. Money Manager is available within CSB's online banking. Check it out today. The Commercial and Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Kinsey Excavating and Trucking is a family-owned and operated business in New Philadelphia. KET is a general contractor. They provide services to commercial and municipal clients. They employ local union operators and laborers. KET is dedicated to providing outstanding work using the latest technology and employing local individuals to positively impact Tuscarawas County and the surrounding area. Kinsey Excavating and Trucking proudly supports the Indian Valley Local School District and wishes all for find Amici.
Play of the fourth quarter falls harmlessly to the turf as Torbett steps up in the pocket. First time we've really seen him stay in the pocket and deliver down the field, but that one checked up about 2 yards short of the receiver.
Yeah, he had a couple guys that actually had to step, where he might have been able to complete it, but he stepped into the pocket and he just left that one short right in front of the wide open wide receiver.
Big thank you to Lock 15 Coffee Company for jumping on for today's presentation. Of course, in our regional championship broadcast they had a watch party back there in Tuskegee, and I know that there's plenty of people listening in right there around Tuskegee right now as Torbert goes back to pass, delivers it out of the shotgun, and that was almost picked off the tip as right there was the defender. It went in and out of the hands of the intended target for Taft as the player who couldn't haul that in for them could not see who it was. I believe it was Jarman again, but that was almost a dangerous pass.
Yeah, and Kyler Vosick was the one trailing it. And I think he was thinking more along the lines, I got to secure the tackle, and it just went off his fingertips too, and that would have been a huge momentum swing as Vosick last week had a pick six against St. Clairsville in the regional final.
If you have never tried to catch a football when it's this cold, it is like a cinder block coming at your hands sometimes. 3rd down and 10. Torbert in the shotgun for Taft. He's got 3 wide receivers right. He'll roll out right side. It's a direct read, and he had nowhere to go. Riker Williams again. Broke free, almost untouched from the right side.
Yeah, Riker Williams did an outstanding job right there. He come around there and stuck his arm out. You can see him holding his arm a little bit. It was just an awkward way he fell and stuck his arm out and was able to bring him down. So now Taft, they've had great success on 4th down, so I'm pretty sure that they're going to go for it on 4th down again right here. And the Indian Valley defense has got to do a better job on 4th down, right here.
A loss of 4 as Williams again just making play after play, whether it's offense or defense. This is the biggest 4th down of the game so far. 11 minutes to go in the 4th. And we got a Cush Financial Group timeout as Taft wants to talk it over. Big Z Sports will return right after this.
Lock 15 Coffee and Crafted Cocktails, conveniently located on State Route 416 in Tuskegee, provides their customers the relaxed environment of a coffee lounge and have all the drink options for it. Lock 15 offers a drink menu full of hot and iced drink choices along with all the syrups to customize your drink the way you want. Lock 15 is open Monday through Thursday, 7 to 3, Fridays 7 to 5, and Saturdays 9 to 3. See all Lock 15 Coffee and Crafted Cocktails offers, including their expanding food menu, by finding them on Facebook.
USP Sandblasting and Painting specializes in sandblasting, painting, high-quality graphics, decals, banners, and signs. Whether you have a one-time job or a company that needs multiple graphics, USP provides their design services to create the attention-grabbing designs tailored to fit your needs. For 38 years, USP has provided their customers with high-quality sandblasting and painting services. To hear all USP Sandblasting and Painting has to offer, call 740-254-9060.
And 14, Taft ball. They are going for it on their side of the 50. Back to passes, Torbert. Plenty of pressure. They throw to the sideline, in and out of the hands of the receiver. The Taft player couldn't haul it in. It is Braves ball. As he puts his hands over his face mask and looks to the sky, it was Jarman again. Shannon, he caught the ball at the original line of scrimmage, or was trying to, wanted to make a move to get the first, and it fell harmlessly to the turf.
Yeah, I think it kind of just looked like he said he's seen two Indian Valley defenders coming at him. He was trying to think which way he was going to go. Once he caught the ball, time he turned around, the ball was at his hands. He couldn't secure it.
We have not seen Taft go for a punt all game, and if there was ever a time, that might have been it. Put the game on the back of your defense. Instead, they hand the ball back over to the Indian Valley offense. I formation. Williams will go under center. Takes the snap, hands it off. Kinsey up the middle, and maybe a yard there as he ran right into a defensive end. Jackson Bircher couldn't quite seal the block.
Yeah, the defensive line was ready right there. They got a huge push right there, pushed the offensive line back about a yard or two, and Kinsey just had nowhere to go, and Indian Valley's got to find a way to move the sticks right here.
Kinsey, 23 carries for 96 yards, by far and away one of his lowest outputs of the season. The Taft defense has been bottling him up for the most part, but still, 23 for 96, he's still averaging about 4 yards a carry. I form again. One wide receiver out wide left. It's Colt James. Williams under center. Takes the snap. Left side, Kinsey this time. Looks for room. He is hit in the middle. Breaks free. Now he's trying to push. The Indian Valley offensive line doing the same, and they'll get him up to maybe the 31-yard line. So it's a pickup of 2, but brings up third down.
Yeah, big stop right there for Taft. Indian Valley is going to have to go about 8 yards.
My apologies, ball rather at the 41-yard line. Third down and 8 upcoming. Indian Valley with some substitutions. Coates will check out of the game. Rowan Pacine comes in. Braves need a first down to keep that clock rolling and keep the lead on their side. Williams puts Bircher out in the slot. He'll motion Colt James to the left. It's a pistol. Williams lines Kinsey up behind him. Hard count, no flinch. Play fake. Williams back to pass, looking for room on the right side. He's trying to find the edge. No receivers open, and a defender comes in and lays him out at the original line of scrimmage as Williams goes down hard.
Yeah, outstanding job right there by that defense. He could just never get out there and find a way to throw the ball, and they made him pay for it over there on the sideline, and it stops the clock. Well, the clock's still running, so.
So they did say he got tackled inbounds. It was a loss of 1 for Williams, and it's going to be punt time for the Braves.
An official timeout right here for something.
Don't know if it's an official timeout, maybe for an injured player, but Williams is walking back out onto the field, so I don't think it would be that.
No, it was a Taft player. The official come over here with him, and now they're over here talking to the referee.
So it is punt time. Colt James will come in. Williams will line up as your up man in the punt. I don't know who came in from the side from the Senators to lay that hit, but oh my goodness, Shannon.
Yeah, and like we said, this Taft defense has been finding a way to react to whenever Indian Valley makes a good stop. They come right back and do it too.
James ready for the punt. Snaps back right at his chest. Taft brought pressure, couldn't get to him. Bounces out of bounds at about the 16-yard line. We'll see if that's where they ultimately mark him out. And they'll actually go all the way back. Well, now they're marking it off again to about the 20-yard line instead. So basically a touchback. So that's where the Taft offense will take over. 8:48 showing on the clock. And for Indian Valley's offense, Shannon, we wondered if they were going to be able to do more of the dictating that they did right out of the second half. It has not been the case every time they touched the ball after that opening touchdown here in the from the third quarter.
No, they just kind of went back to just running it straight up the field, and it's just one of those things that where you're just trying to burn the clock a little bit, I think, and it's not working in your favor. You just kind of like playing not to lose.
Shotgun. Torbert has a running back to his right. It'll be a handoff. Dowdle, a lot of room up the middle, and Grady Kinsey will take him down. That was actually Hill who went up the gut that time. Nice pickup on first down. Brings up second down and short. A 6-yard carry for Hill, who has been taking on a lot of the load in the rushing game. A lot of good ball carriers for this Senators team. 2 wide receivers right, 2 left as well. Torbert's in the shotgun. Fakes right. Now he'll go for a swing pass. Indian Valley breaks down on defense. They grab a hold of him, and he's now breaking free in reverse and field. He's got absolutely nobody. Breaking free down the left side is the ball carrier for Taft. It's Hill. He's up to the 40. Cutback lane, 35, 31 as he stumbles forward into Indian Valley territory as the Braves seem to have him wrapped up.
There's the flag. I was waiting for it. Grady Kinsey was running down the field right here, and the Taft player come up and blocked him. You're 30 yards away from the play, and they're going to cost him big right here.
That was actually Eddie Holloway who made that grab. And now we'll see what that ultimately where that ultimately puts the ball. It will still likely be a first down unless it'd be 15 from the spot of the foul, right, Shannon?
Yeah, he's standing right here, so I'm trying to figure out.
So it'd be 15 from where the ball would have been originally marked there at the 31, if I'm not mistaken. And sure enough, that is where it will be.
I mean, the coach for Taft didn't even try to argue with the officials. It was a play that never should have happened on that Taft defender. It was one of those things, like I said earlier, you're trying to insert dominance by trying to belittle somebody, and you were 30 yards away and hit a defenseless player.
That was a hookup from Torbert to Seals. Went over 30 yards down the field. Torbert's going to do the read option. He faked out Riker Williams. Now here comes the safety. Can't make the tackle. 35, 30, up to the 28, and he's knocked out of bounds. Torbert's legs doing the work.
Yeah, he's just scrambling right now, and he's making Indian Valley defensive players taking bad angles right there, and they kind of chased him the wrong way and then have to chase him down from behind. Well, I got news for you. That young man's too fast for you to catch from behind, so you got to take a better angle.
That was a pickup that time of about 12 for Torbert, who overall had a 37-yard run in that first half, but was kind of hemmed in for the most part. But there gets a big-time first federal first down for the Senators. He'll clap, take the snap, hand it off. Nope, he keeps it in his own hands as he'll run up the middle. He pushes to the 24 before he is taken down. A pickup of 3 for Torbert. That time the Indian Valley defensive line responded.
Yeah, it looked like number 55, Brogan O'Connor, was the first one to get to him, and then he got help from Rowan Pacine come up, and then a couple other Braves.
Ball at the 24-yard line. 7:20 to go in the fourth quarter. Braves up 21-20. State Final Four and a trip to Canton is on the line. Torbert in the shotgun. He will hand it off to Hill. Looking for room on the edge. Has nothing. And guess who it is again?
Riker Williams.
A 4-yard loss as Hill is driven backwards. I don't know how the sophomore does it, but I'll challenge you to find a defensive end who gets home cleaner than Riker Williams.
A defensive end that is also your starting quarterback.
So now it brings up 3rd down and long, 3rd down and 14. Taft getting the play call in. Braves defense needs one more stop again. Shotgun, Torbert with one running back off to the right. Two wide receivers either side of the formation. Torbert back to pass, rolls right, blitzer and Eric Golder. They get home, pass is completed, defender misses the tackle, spins out of another one. He is up there to the 23-yard line. It is a pickup of 8, but it brings up 4th down and long.
Yeah, and Riker Williams had to come all the way over from the other side of the field to help get the tackle as Kyler Vosick missed him out here. And that's huge right now because right here what they're going to do is they're going to line up wide again, and the wide receivers are going to go out and go about 2 yards past the sticks, and somebody's going to come back because that's what Torbert's done all night long on 4th down unless he decides to keep it.
4th down and 6. It was Jarman on the grab. Same formation as the previous play. Hard count from Torbert. Indian Valley did not bite. Clock under 6 minutes to go. Play change coming in from the sideline. Eric Golder pointing out something on defense. Torbert back to pass, delivers at the first down, sticks, it's knocked away. It is Braves ball, and guess who? Kyler Vosick.
Vosick's had an outstanding game these last couple weeks, and he did a nice job right there. He didn't get too far away from the wide receiver. He did what I said he was going to do. He went out there to the sticks. He stopped, and he came back. He was going to be about 1 yard short. He would have had to do a little bit of work to get the first down, but Kyler Vosick come in, and he went for the tackle and stuck his hand in between the arms of the wide receiver and knocked it away.
It's a heavyweight bout where neither side will say quit. 5:42 showing on the clock. It's the fourth quarter. Braves are up by 1. We'll go down to the sideline, brought to you by Hampshire Insurance with Tim Plants. Tim, I don't know how you got any breath down there standing on that sideline. It's intense.
Oh, yeah, it's intense. Both sidelines, the fans. I mean, it's just a great atmosphere, and we'll see what Indian Valley can do on this if they can sustain this drive. This is a great game.
Kinsey up the middle to the 29-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 on first down. And, Tim, I also got to ask, how much tension's over there on these defensive plays that the Braves somehow keep reeling off?
Yeah, it's amazing to watch. I mean, Kyler just read that extremely well, broke on it. Robbie Anderson actually called that before the play even happened. He was like Tony Romo out here. But, yeah, Indian Valley's defense is doing a great job of holding, and, it's the bend but don't break.
Tell Robbie I said do not give him that much credit. I formation, Williams is going to go under center. Bircher's your fullback. Kinsey's your running back. They'll turn. It'll be a handoff. Kinsey on the counter. He's straight up the gut. He's at the 40. Stiff arm, 45. Now at the 50, and he's dropped. As Grady Kinsey up to the 48-yard line. A huge first federal first down.
Yeah, if you're in Indian Valley right now, you take your time, and you tell Riker Williams, listen, calm the offense down, keep them pumped up, but don't come out of the huddle until there's about 15 seconds left. There's no reason to go up there and stand that long.
How much all season long did we see counter out of the Braves, and how many times have we seen it today? That might have been the only time we've really seen it.
And a lot of times when you see it with Eric Golder. Tonight it was with Kinsey right there, and he did a nice job. The player from Taft tried to strip the ball, but he did a nice job getting it close to his body.
4.5 minutes showing. I form. Williams with Bircher at fullback. Kinsey running back. Handoff. Kinsey up the middle. He'll go into a sea of bodies, and he's taken down after maybe a gain of 1. Clock continues to roll. And the tension in this building is rising with every Kinsey run.
Yeah, well, they know Kinsey's getting it right now. They're going to have a Mike linebacker on Kinsey. You go where he goes, and if somebody don't get a clean block on him, you're going to be in trouble. They know that anybody's not going to do anything right now to try to stop the clock. They want to burn the clock. They're going to have to get at least one more first down to force Taft in to start using timeouts.
2nd down and 8. They did give Kinsey 2. It's a long 2nd and 8. I form. 2 wide receivers left. Williams is under center. He'll take the snap. Goes left. Kinsey left side. Lowers over his shoulder over the defender and is up to the 27-yard line. And another highlight reel run for Kinsey, all set up by the lead blocking again for the Braves.
Yeah, that would be the 37-yard line.
37, my bad.
The tents there kind of got our view blocked a little bit. And but like I said, there it is. That's the first down they needed right there. They're going to stop the clock to set the chains, and now the clock will get rolling again. So if Indian Valley can figure out a way to just keep moving this ball right here and burning some time, you're playing to win right now. You're playing not, if you go into that playing not to lose mode, that gets you in trouble.
Indian Valley in the I form again. It'll be under 3 minutes when they take the snap. Williams turns. Misdirection up the middle. It's Kinsey. He's pushing. The Indian Valley line's getting behind him, and he's up to the 32-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know who it was for Taft back there. He went down. He had Kinsey stopped at about the line of scrimmage. He was on his knees. He fell down, was on his knees, and had a hold of Kinsey. And Kinsey just pushed right through him. And he is showing right now why he's one of these Mr. Football nominees.
Yeah, a top 10 finalist there for that award. The only running back in the running for that award. Immediately following this game, after our broadcast goes off the air, give us a little time for the processing and stuff, but we'll have this entire replay available on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel. 2:20, showing on the clock. I form again. Williams takes the snap. Kinsey, cutback lane, up the middle, 25 to the 23, and that was a game-saving tackle, but it's a first federal first down.
Yeah, nice job right there. Now the Taft coach has got to start thinking, what are we going to do here? Because they're going to set the chains, and then they're going to start the clock at 2:06, 2:05. If you're Taft, when do you decide to start stopping that clock?
You got to start soon, without a doubt, as they're under 2 minutes to go. 1:55 showing on the clock, 1st and 10. Indian Valley's knocking on the door of the Jeff Wallach LLC red zone. Braves are already up by 1. They need some more. Williams is going to go under center. It's I form again. 1 wide receiver either side. Williams letting the play clock run down. He'll turn, hand it off. Kinsey, right side, open lane, stiff arm, 15, 10, 5, and take it down. They'll actually mark him back at the 7.
That was a huge play right there because now they're going to get a first down. They're going to move the chains and stop the clock. But Indian Valley is going to have 4 downs inside the 10-yard line, but Taft's going to have to start using timeouts.
Coach Tyler Williams has still not called for a timeout. It's 1:20 showing on the clock. The Taft defense has to make a stand. The Braves offense knows that if they punch one in, they are that much closer, potentially, to a state championship berth. I form again.
If you're Taft, do you just let him go into the end zone right here?
With a minute left, you might have to, as Williams is going to go under center. He'll turn. He'll hand it off. Kinsey, right side, cutback lane, and he's in. Grady Kinsey punches it in from 7 yards out, and it's a hat trick for him.
I mean, do you go for 2 right here and try to put it out of reach? Or do you make it 27? You kick the field goal, go 27-20. We've seen how fast Taft can score with 1 minute left. You know they're going to go for 2 if they get a touchdown. So what do you do? They're going to go.
They're going to go for the route of the extra point with Colt James.
I mean, that's the smart move with as fast as the Taft offense is.
It's under a minute on the clock. James with his biggest kick of the year. Hush over the crowd here at historic Crew Stadium. And there's going to be a miscommunication or a bobbled snap. Throwback to James, and he's open. Williams takes the low snap, pulls it off the turf, and finds James, who nobody covered out of the backfield.
That will right there pretty much secure a win right there for Indian Valley. Bar something happened. But smart move by Riker Williams because he could have tried to throw it to Golder, who had 6 guys around him, but instead he used his strength and threw it all the way across the field. And this place is going crazy over there on the away side.
Indian Valley drawing homage to their play last year in which Williams scrambled back and forth all over the field, bought time, and threw down the field and found Eric Golder in for a touchdown. He does it again, and he's just a sophomore.
You know, outstanding game tonight by both of these teams. It's not over yet. There's 58 seconds. I mean, anything can happen in football, but the Indian Valley Braves are looking to make history in the historic Crew Stadium.
Shannon and I both put our hands on our heads. We could not believe what was happening. It's time for a Cartoons of New Philadelphia kickoff. Everybody take a couple breaths as we got to see the rest of this game out. Do not count out this Taft team on offense.
If I'm Indian Valley, I don't kick it deep right here and give them a chance. I go back to the onside kick again. You give them the 50. You give them the 50. I mean, what's it going to hurt?
And also, if you let them go in at this point, if you chew a little bit of clock, what's it going to hurt? We'll go down to Tim Plants here shortly, brought to you by Hampshire Insurance after this kickoff. It's pandemonium right now in Columbus, but we still got a minute to go.
I hate that we're in a soundproof booth because you can't hear the crowd noise right now.
James is going to put it deep into the hands of the Taft returner at his own 10. He'll cut back, middle of the field. He'll look for the right sideline. Bronco Braun's there. He helps trip him up. Indian Valley still got a hold of him, and he's down at the 18-yard line.
I'll tell you what, you got to give all the credit in the world right there to Bronco Braun. He went down there, set up, got square, and he forced the runner back inside. He got a little bit of a hand on him, but it was all made possible because he's shifting back inside, and with 49 seconds left right now, the Taft offense has got to find a way to score in about 20 seconds and then kick an onside kick.
Down to the sideline, brought to you by Hampshire Insurance with Tim Plants. It is bedlam over there, and Tim.
Yeah, it's hard to hear you even, I moved myself down a little bit. It's still hard to hear. This place is going crazy. That was an amazing call to go for 2 and you put yourself up by 9 in that situation.
They'll go wide receiver screen out to the right sideline. They'll pick up a few and chew about 5 seconds off the clock, as it is going to be enough for a federal first down, a pickup of 11 on that hookup, as again, it was Torbert going to one of his favorite targets throughout today in Jarman.
If you're in Indian Valley right now, you can't go into a prevent defense right here. You got to keep bringing the pressure like you've been bringing. You don't want them to score in a couple seconds. So you're right there, quick little out pass. He's going to gain probably about 10 yards on this right here.
Now he'll ride out of bounds actually after only a gain of 6. So it is a pickup, and Taft continues to drive. However, they chew up another 6 seconds. Jarman in this game has been a steady hand at receiver. Did not see who grabbed that one over there. Torbert has not necessarily thrown a whole bunch today. He's been mostly effective, though. He'll go back to pass. It's a swing pass. right side, and he's going to get tackled in bounds, but it is going to be a first federal first down. Clock will stop for the chains to move.
The Taft right now can't even burn their timeouts because they're going to need them. If they score quick, they're going to need them after the onside kick if they can recover it.
Braves lead 29-20, 25 seconds, and the clock now rolls. 2 wide receivers either side. Shotgun, Torbert looking right, delivers sideline into the hands of his receiver, who's driven out by Hostetler.
I'm not sure that there he got driven backwards and then went out of bounds. Usually if you get driven backwards like that, they keep the clock running, but they're going to stop the clock right here.
A pickup of 8 as the clock is stopped with just 16 seconds showing. Indian Valley looking to capture their first ever state semifinal win, and they're a few plays away. Torbert back to pass, dials it up, down the field. Carson Hostetler on defense knocks it away.
Yeah, Carson Hostetler lost his guy right there, but he was able to get close enough to him right there at the end to kind of cause a little bit of chaos with the ball coming in. So nice recovery by Hostetler.
Braves are only 8 seconds away from a berth into a state championship against the winner of Perkins and Glenville. And I got to say, probably back in Janayton, Tuskegee, Port Washington, if there's anybody left in town, the celebrations are already beginning.
And I'll give you a quick update as Perkins is leading Glenville still 13-11.
Empty set. Torbert back to pass, and there's whistles as it was Williams who was coming off free off the edge, and Coach Lancaster wants a timeout, probably wisely to make sure they had everything set. It's a Cush Financial Group timeout. I want to go down to the sideline again here shortly when we come back to ask Tim something very important here, but we'll take a Cush Financial Group timeout first. Big C Sports will return right after this.
The Tuskegee Deli not only provides you all the options you need for your day-to-day meals, but also has just what you need for your holiday gatherings. The deli offers the lowest prices around on their meat and cheese trays, along with trail and cheese and cookie trays. If you are looking for the perfect gift for someone or your staff, the Tuskegee Deli also has great prices on their gift boxes. To see all the Tuskegee Deli offers, you can find them on Facebook.
Cush Financial Group timeout. Big Z Sports is back. There's 8 seconds to go. Braves are already up by 9. It should be a foregone conclusion at this point. This will be the final play potentially for Taft. Torbert's back to pass. Goes right and airs it out of bounds. Incomplete. 5 seconds showing on the clock. Wanted to say a huge thank you to USP Signs and Graphics out of Janayton Hutton for jumping on in this broadcast. Something tells me there might be a banner or two coming out of USP after this game.
Yeah, they'll have to make some new banners to hang down at the school, and maybe even a bigger banner after next week.
We'll have to wait and see. As the Indian Valley Braves, I think for some people, beat the odds tonight. Torbert's back to pass. Looks, goes right side. Clock is at 0. Taft, down the sideline to the 30, steps out of bounds, and it's over. The Indian Valley Braves will play for a state title in Canton next weekend.
Unbelievable performance by the Indian Valley team. Like we said, after this game started, we both looked at each other 2 minutes and 30 seconds into this game and thought to ourselves, what's going on here? But like Coach Lancaster said, they got their nerves, they got their feet under them, they calmed down, and they just had an outstanding performance from the second quarter on.
The Indian Valley Braves are one of 2 teams left standing in Division IV in the state of Ohio. Of course, stick around here in our Dumont Sporting Goods post-game report. We'll hear from head coach Matt Lancaster and our Racket Turf Realty player of the game. And we will be posting here in a little while on our YouTube channel the full replay so you can relive this one. Shannon, I don't know what you could necessarily pinpoint as a play of the game. I don't know what you could necessarily say as to who was the one who performed the best here tonight. But Indian Valley continues to show why team always gets it done.
Yeah, I mean, they play as a team. That's one thing we said about this team. They don't seem to hang their heads and stuff. And, anybody who's planning on not going next week to Canton, well, if you're going to have a watch party at your house, call Tuskegee Deli and get you a meat and cheese tray and get you some of that great food down there at the Tuskegee Deli because they support the Indian Valley Braves, and you should too.
Yeah, I think sales just shot up quite a bit for Tuskegee Deli. Good job, Shannon. 29-20, the Indian Valley Braves in the state Final Four are moving on to a championship. And unbelievable, this town all showed up pretty much for the most part. To all the towns in the Indian Valley District, that is, Head coach Matt Lancaster, we'll see if we can get him with Tim Plants here in just a little bit for his initial reaction. I can only imagine what that one's going to be, as this is a moment that's been in the making for many, many years, and it looks like Tim is down there getting mobbed by some Indian Valley coaches and such. But I think Coach might be going over to talk with his team first, as we'll have to wait and see. As Tim's walking over now, trying to find him. 29-20, the Indian Valley Braves are victorious here tonight. Shannon, coming into this game, we did not know how it was going to shape out. But Indian Valley proved everyone, I should say a lot of people, wrong and made them believers in what the Braves can do.
Yeah, all season long we kept hearing how good Indian Valley was. We knew how good Indian Valley was, but you see other media outlets, they wasn't on board with it at the beginning of the season, and then halfway through the season you seen their they swung a little bit, and they're like, man, that Indian Valley team in Tuscarawas County, they're pretty good. And then when the playoffs started, a couple other people started saying, you know what, they might be favorites to make it to the state title game. Well, you know what, they're here to tell you that they're going to the state title game. I mean, just an outstanding season by this team. You know, this is the first time in 15 games that they didn't score 40 points. It only took 29.
It took 29 and defensive stand after defensive stand, but the Braves get it done tonight and will play in Canton next week. And I'll just go ahead and let you know, you could probably hear that at 99.9 and at WTUZ.com. Unbelievable scene here from historic Crew Stadium as the Braves celebrate on field. We'll go ahead and take a quick timeout here, brought to you by the Cush Financial Group. When we return, we'll get you head coach Matt Lancaster and start off our Dumont Sporting Goods postgame show right here in Z Country.
At First Federal Community Bank, investing in our community isn't just a slogan. It's how we do business each and every day. I'm Corey Parker, mobile mortgage lender, and our goal is to empower your financial well-being and build a lasting relationship with you, your family, and your business. We're here to assist you every step of the way, from checking and savings accounts to mortgages and commercial loans. First Federal Community Bank, serving your banking needs in Dover, New Philadelphia, Yorksville, Sugar Creek, Berlin, and Mount Hope. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 1810696.
Is there anything better than high school sports? Hi, this is Dan Hosteller of Ferris Chevrolet Buick Toyota. High school sports brings out the best of our high schools and our communities, and the people at Ferris have always been behind the importance of athletics and academics. Just like we believe in the great cars and trucks that we sell and service every day. Like high school sports, we are a great tradition in the area. Ferris on the Wabash, New Philadelphia.
Are you looking to join a team that values excellence and offers top-notch opportunities? Kimball Recycling and Disposal is now hiring. They're seeking best-in-class CDL drivers, skilled mechanics, and other dedicated professionals. Join a company that puts people first and makes a difference in the community every day. With competitive pay, comprehensive benefits, and a supportive work environment, your future starts here. Apply now at KimballCompanies.com and take the next step in your career. That's KimballCompanies.com. Recycling and disposal done right.
Are you ready to give your home a new look? Look no further than Wayne Door, your one-stop shop for all your residential needs. Garage doors, entry doors, windows, and patio doors. Wayne Door has everything you need to upgrade your curb appeal. With 24/7 emergency service, you can trust their technicians to be there when you need them most. Stop by the Dover showroom on State Route 39 or visit WayneDoor.com and let the experts help transform your house into the home of your dreams. Wayne Door, more than just garage doors, from the people you can trust.
The certified public accountants at Niedenthal & Company believe in the value of relationships. Niedenthal & Company has been in business for over 50 years in your community, helping individuals and businesses grow. Niedenthal & Company can help manage and prepare your payroll, plan your estate, and prepare your business and personal income taxes. Stop into the Niedenthal facility on North Worcester Avenue in Dover and become a valued client today.
Welcome into your Dumont Sporting Goods post-game show, live from historic Crew Stadium here at 99.9 and at WTUZ. The Indian Valley Braves are victorious 29-20 over the Taft Senators, and we're still waiting to get head coach Matt Lancaster and our McInturf Realty Player of the Game. Shannon, I do want to say something, though, as it was made mention earlier on today when I was on the morning show that, Conley pointed out that he said, you being an Indian Valley alum, this has to be really cool for you. It is, but I got to tell you, Who it's really cool for are the people down there on the sidelines who have poured so many hours into this program, the families who have made so many trips and sacrifices to be here, and so many of that coaching staff who volunteer their time and sometimes their money too to make this all a reality for these kids. I could not be more happy for this Braves community.
You know, that's just something people don't realize. When Coach Lancaster took over this program, I think they only had one win the year before he got here or something like that. He took it over, and then I don't think they won a game his first year, maybe just one. The first couple of years was a struggle, but he got the Indian Valley community to believe in him, and they got him to hang around, you know, and they didn't. There was a couple rough seasons there in the beginning, and they didn't ship him out the door. They're like, listen, let's build this program. They let him get his coaches, and the first thing you got to do is get everybody to buy in. Well, then after he got the high school teams to buy in, he resurrected the middle school programs, and now they got the little league or the Pee Wee football teams. They all get the Pee Wee football program gets a little bit of his playbook, and they're like, listen, give this to these kids. And that way, when they get to us, they already know some of these basic plays, and that's how you build winning programs. Garraway did it with Coach Jason Wallach out there. Ridgewood did it with Coach Slusser. Indian Valley's done it with Coach Lancaster. That's why these teams make deep runs every year, and Indian Valley right now has made a very deep run, and they're headed to the state championship game.
For the first time in history, the Indian Valley Braves are moving on to the state championship as they're down there on the field right now celebrating. Head coach Matt Lancaster talking with them, getting their team photos and such, and I don't know if we could necessarily summarize just in one postgame show how this game ebbed and flowed. It was 14-0, 2.5 minutes in. You and I looked at each other. Adam Soweski looked at us too, and we said, oh boy, how are the Braves going to respond? Because that's not something they were used to this season.
And that's something I said in the past. Some of the Indian Valley teams in the past, when you get behind, you would hang your head a little bit. And it only takes a couple players to hang their head, and then the whole team starts doubting themselves. This team, all year long, in the Garraway game, in the Dover game, those were complete shootouts that either team could have won. And at times, Indian Valley was in trouble, and they never hung their head. Tonight, they got down quick, 14 points, and they could have easily said, you know what, we're wasting our time. What are we going to do here?
Yeah, I know. As the team breaks the huddle, and we'll go back for their alma mater now, and Tim Plant's trying to run down head coach Matt Lancaster. As you can imagine, it is a mob scene down there for Coach Lancaster as his team runs off the field. And unbelievable sights here, and just love to see this for this Indian Valley community. Tim does have head coach Matt Lancaster as he's down there on the field.
Yes, I do have Coach Matt Lancaster down here. Coach, cold night, warm victory. Talk a little bit about this one.
I'm just so proud of this group. They just keep believing in themselves, you know, and they just keep believing in us, and inspired by this community that's rallied behind them and been behind them all season. Now we got the rest of Tuscarawas County behind us, and it was a great crowd tonight. Our kids kept battling and battling. We got down early, and it looked like, any team could have just turned their tails and said, all right, good season, 14-1. And they kept fighting back and fighting back and fighting back all night. Outsized, better athletes on the field than we had, better speed, but our kids just kept fighting. Our defense finally settled in and got key stops, and then in the second half, our defense was huge.
Coach, I asked you last week about how special that was. What does this mean to you and the community?
Well, I challenge our kids, that to reach higher this year, and they challenged themselves, and they've worked very hard. And, they did that. They reached higher last week, and I told them this week, now you got an opportunity to stand alone, to do something that no team in Tuscarawas County has ever done, and that's playing at Canton next week for the state championship. So we can't be more proud of a group. They just been a determined group. They believe in each other. They believe in us coaches. It's just a special group, and I'm proud and I'm blessed by God to coach them.
Coach, I think the whole community, I can speak for the whole community, for all of Tuscarawas County. Everybody's proud of you guys. You've earned it. Go get it next week.
Thanks. We're going to do our best to represent. I know we'll be up against it, but we were up against it tonight, and this team didn't back down, and I'll take them on the field any Friday.
Congratulations, Coach. We're looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Head coach Matt Lancaster with a belief in his voice, and that same belief that brought the Indian Valley Braves a state semifinal victory, and they will now move on into the state final, facing the winner of Sandusky Perkins and Cleveland Glenville. It was Perkins who was leading that game last time we saw. We're going to take a timeout. When we return, we will bring you our Mac and Turf Realty Player of the Game. Or maybe we've got a little surprise in store. You'll have to stay tuned to the Dumont Sporting Goods postgame show to find out. 29-20, Indian Valley tops Taft. They're heading to Canton. Stay tuned. Big Z Sports is back after this.
Is your vehicle banged up? Do you want fast professional service to get back on the road? Impact Collision offers 2 locations, Newcomerstown and Strasburg, to help you out. Whether you need auto glass repair, paintless dent repair, assistance with warranty and insurance, or just need a free estimate, Impact Collision has you covered. So the next time you need a repair, visit Impact Collision online at mpactcollision.com and start your free estimate and learn all about what Impact Collision can do for you.
Cush Financial Group has been proudly serving the community's financial needs for over 35 years. The team at Cush Financial follows an industry-leading service model with a unique approach and fiduciary responsibilities associated with their board-certified financial planner. With over 75 years of combined experience, the advisors at Cush Financial Group are here to help you achieve your financial goals. Contact their office at 330-308-8700 or visit their website at cushfinancial.com to see about scheduling your free consultation today. Securities and investment advisory services offered through Independence Capital Company Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC.
Jeff Wallach, LLC, is a family-owned and operated company proudly serving greater Northeast Ohio and surrounding communities for over 25 years. We specialize in vinyl siding, replacement windows and doors, gutters, downspouts, and much more. We provide quality service regardless of the size or scope of the project. Our crews are reliable, respectful, and mindful of a safe work environment. Jeff Wallach, LLC is certified by the Better Business Bureau. Call today and discover how we can assist you in making your vision a reality.
Ron's Heating and Cooling in Denison has been serving this great area since 1977. At Ron's, no matter what you need, they can handle it. From heating and cooling to standby Generac generators, water heaters, tankless water heaters, mobile home equipment, duct cleaning, and 24-hour no-heat service. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you have to do is call 740-922-5252. Ron's Heating and Cooling proudly supports high school sports and would like to wish best of luck to all local athletes participating this season.
Your home for Big Z Sports, 99.9 WTUZ.
Welcome back into your Dumont Sporting Goods post-game report as we're still trying to get our McInturf Realty player of the game out here on field. 29-20, Indian Valley tops Taft in the state semifinal. They will play in Canton for a chance to stand alone, as head coach Matt Lancaster said. Shannon, the way this game started, you'd never believe this, but when it comes to your yardage differential, Taft actually outgained Indian Valley 281 to 253 by my account, and most of that 253 came by way of the junior running back in Grady Kinsey. It took him 32 totes, but he had 173 yards and 3 touchdowns in that victory. Riker Williams adds 15 carries for 72 yards himself. What an unbelievable game for the Braves.
Yeah, I mean, outstanding game. And we could sit here and talk offensively all night long how that offensive line was getting the pushes at the right time. Riker and Grady making the right cuts at the right time and doing the things they were supposed to do. But, man, I got to go back to that defensive performance that those guys had. And Riker Williams was a big key in that defensive performance all night long, coming off the edge right there and getting the right trip-ups and the right tackles. And he just did a great job. And then Kyler Vosick did an outstanding job again. Defensive back got in there and was able to break up a couple passes. A huge one right there at the end of on that one drive to keep them from getting the first down. And Indian Valley got the ball back, and they was able to go down the field and score after that.
Well, I think something that we definitely have to say is a big hats off to Taft as well for an incredible performance that they had as well, because this was a team that started off so hot, and, you know, they might have struggled as the game went on later on when Indian Valley made some adjustments, but this was a group that never hung their heads, and they had their first ever regional championship to get here, their first Final Four berth, and you could see exactly why they did. That team has a ton of special players out there, many of them who are expected to go on into the next level, and rightfully so.
And I look for them to make another big push next year to get right back here.
Well,
because
it's sophomore, junior,
outstanding performance. That sophomore quarterback, outstanding, one of the best athletes that I've ever seen on the field. And like I said, coming into this game, in my opinion, 2 of the best quarterbacks in the state of Ohio are sophomores, and they was on the field here tonight.
Yeah, they were, and there's so much to be said about Monsana Torbert, their star quarterback. He finishes his game. Here's something that I was surprised by, Shannon, because if you look at Torbert's numbers from throughout this competition, if I am not mistaken by my count, he did not find the end zone, did he?
Yeah, no. I think all the touchdowns is.
Nope, I take that back. He did on the opening drive. He did have that opening score on a run, but did not find a touchdown through the air, only threw for just barely 100 yards, finished his game on the ground, again, at least by my count, with 67. I'd say 168 total yards for him. Indian Valley bottled him up, but he made special play after special play. Give it another year or two, that kid is going to be really something special.
Yeah, and to say that, he's got 2 more years of high school football, and his coaches do an outstanding job with him. There were times that the coaches were trying to tell him, like, listen, you went through your progressions, and you had the guy over there that you was waiting to throw the ball, but you should have shifted sides of the field and ran this way, and you could have ran for the first down. But that's lessons that he's got to learn. He's only a sophomore, and those coaches will work with him this off season, watching game film and stuff like that, and you'll learn from those little bit of things right there.
Well, that will pretty much do it for our Dumont Sporting Goods post-game report, as we will be moving our attention now on into Canton at Hall of Fame Stadium, because that's where the state finals in Division IV will be played. Still don't have a final score for Perkins or Glenville. It's one of those two that Indian Valley will draw, and boy, oh boy, what a showdown it is going to be. And we'll go ahead and let everybody know they ran to the locker rooms because they're rather cold. And you notice I'm saying they because we decided to do an audible. We normally give away a Mac and Turf Realty Player of the Game, but after 2 star-studded performances tonight, it was impossible to just give one.
Well, when you come down to it, both of those guys have gotten so many T-shirts from us this year, and we couldn't give it to one and then one have one more than the other. So tonight our Mac and Turf Realty Players of the Game are junior running back Grady Williams.
Who?
Yeah, Grady Williams. Junior running back Grady Kinsey. Well, that would be a deadly mixture right there.
It would.
But, yeah, Grady Kinsey and Frank Riker Williams.
I'm going to go back and clip that, and we're going to save that for the future. Finishing out their nights tonight, it was Grady Kinsey who led the way on offense with 32 carries, 173 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Riker Williams finishes with 15 carries, 72 yards. He did only complete 1 pass, but he did complete the all-important 2-point conversion on a scramble drill that you have never seen before, I don't think. You'll have to check it out on our YouTube channel when it goes live. And on top of that, how many times did we say number 8 on defense?
All night long. I mean, he's always getting in there. He does a nice job bringing the pressure. Grady Kinsey from his linebacker position tonight made some pretty big stops in the middle of the hole. And both of those players, outstanding performance. And as of right now, the score is Perkins 13, Glenville 11 with 3:45 to go in the game. And Perkins has the ball on the Glenville 35-yard line. So they got another ball game going on there.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see who it is that awaits Indian Valley. Huge thank you to all of our sponsors tonight in the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency, DAC Vitamins and Minerals, Novellus, and TMK Valley Propane, and everybody who jumped on board and watched this one. Check out our YouTube channel. The full replay is going to be going live here in just a little while. We're going to Canton, partner. Are you as excited as I am?
I'm extremely excited, but before we can go to Canton on Saturday, me and you got to go do a ball game on Friday night.
Oh, yeah, it's basketball season. I forgot about that. We do have to do that on Friday night. Well, tune in for all those broadcasts and stay tuned for the latest sports news from Z Country on the Big Z Sports Facebook page. Final score, one final time tonight, 29-20. Indian Valley tops Taft. They're going to Canton, ladies and gentlemen. For Daniel Adams and Tim Plants, as well as Shannon Thomas and the Claxon Communications crew, and Mary Alice back in the Hartzler's Quality Housing Studio, I'm Nick McWilliams. Stay tuned, everybody. We'll be at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium next Saturday.
Thanks for watching this Claxon Communications production of High School Sports on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel. For the latest news and scores, follow Big Z Sports on Facebook, on Twitter at @Big_Z Sports, and on Instagram. Don't miss any of the live stream coverage all season long by simply subscribing for free to Big Z Sports on our YouTube channel. For the best in high school sports coverage, there is only one Big Z Sports.